is a very, I mean, it's a better brush. I might have to change the pencil soon, just in case. Ah, so they stole it, huh? I mean, or they changed it. Yeah, but why'd you only comment to the second one? Um, I don't like this thing. Oh, it keeps confusing me. Hello, how's it going? Uh, how's it going? And Titan, what's good? So you're saying that they removed some of the stuff um from the anime? So they took some stuff out. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? They cut some pieces out. Is that what you're saying? Yes. They removed all the times Sasuke was blushing in the manga. Yo, remember when I said I went to the airport, right? Oh no, you guys weren't. I mean, yeah, I told you guys I was going to the airport. So I went to the airport, right? You fool, you fool. Oh my gosh. I mean, I got that reference at least. um, oh snap! But yeah, so you know, what? Never mind. Forget it. Just forget it. Forget it. Just leave it alone. I was thinking, wait, what? Oh, I thought it was gonna let me see if I could actually tell when it's about to cut. Whoa. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. It looks fine for now. But yeah, how was the day today, guys? Had a good time. Was it fun? I woke up early, and then I got lost, and then like it was just today was an eventful day. I say that. Almost was like I'm not gonna stream today, but I was like, no, nah, man, nah, we gotta do it. So we streamed. So we streamed. Oh my goodness, in shambles, Titan. I just watched the video, Titan. It is really bad. From what I've seen, oh, it's horrendously bad. But we knew that was gonna happen, right? I didn't know they have a battle pass too. Dang, they just trying to like take all your money. That's crazy. Alright, so right here, there, here, here, but like in distance wise, so like to like this far, here, down, down, up, over, over, down, up, down, over, down. Man, it's crazy because hold up. Can I? I'd like to. Okay. I'm gonna watch before we watch this video. I'm gonna watch a video about hold up about Assassin's Creed 2. I mean Assassin's Creed. What is it? Assassin's Creed. Shogun. No, no. Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed. What is Assassin's Creed? What? Assassin's Creed. Uh, Assassin's Creed. I don't know. I don't know what the title is for the game. Shadow. Ah. Hey, what's up, bro? How's it going? Okay, where is this? I actually would like to see this video. Okay, yo, like, can I? Okay, I know how to find the video. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, and I'm gonna do that. What? That's a lie. Oh, never mind. That's not a lie. I forgot to charge it, didn't I? Give me 1 second. I didn't know I was going to watch this video until now, so that's why it's doing it.
Assassin's Creed Shadows is now officially out worldwide.
Okay, there you go.
For the entire world to either enjoy or make fun of, depending on which side of the aisle that you're on. Like I said in my previous
Definitely
video,
to make fun
this
of.
game really is one of the last bastions of the culture war when it comes to where Western gaming is gonna
Oh, and by the way, everyone, since I am like we're reacting to videos here, they're pretty clean most of the time, but there might be some, you know, some swearing here and there. Just so you know now, okay? Just so you know now. That's all I'm saying. Okay, now back to the shadows.
in the future. I want to be ninja. Because as you'll come to see from this
I remember that.
video, where this game is going with its depictions of real-life historical figures, that it's so nuclear bad already that players have already begun to claim that Ubisoft is dead on arrival here. And of course, there's Japan itself, which has brought the
I heard they hate it
to their highest form of government, and it's a big yikes for Ubisoft.
And that's crazy though.
So
that's crazy because it's like, listen, I'm so for. He doesn't cuss often. Okay, good. That's good. So we should hopefully not be seeing a whole bunch of swearing in this. But yeah, you know what's so crazy? Like, I'm for, because I was watching this video yesterday about Genshin and how they have a lot of their world, or a lot of their places in their world is inspired by other countries and cultures and such like that. Listen, you can be inspired. I understand that. But they have said this is historically accurate, and that is an issue. Like, why are you banking off that? It doesn't need to be real. But they keep saying it's real and using real people's names and real places. And if the place that you're using these real names, places, and people don't like it, then you're doing something wrong. And it's crazy because it's like, these people, the people that are making these games are the same people that are like for everyone, and they're like, oh, we accept everyone and we're the good side, until people don't like what they're doing, because they're doing it, you know, with the wrong intent, you know, because obviously they're just doing it for money and for profit, and to like to propagate their message and everything. But then you're just sitting there like, this isn't the right way to do it. But they don't care. They do it anyway. Oh my god. Sunscreen. Oh, my fault. Oh, as I always said, it wasn't accurate.
There. So to quickly catch you up, Japan is pissed at Shadows. They think the game doesn't properly convey their culture at all. You can be mad about whether complaining about historical inaccuracies is good or not. The point is, unless
but for some reason, the higher ups for this game, they said it's historically accurate. It's funny. I'm just making a game. We just having fun, and it's just in Japan, and I like Japan, so I just wanted to do this. And there was this black guy, so I just wanted to make him. I just like if we would have just been like, yo, listen, this is a. Like, I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if you guys played WWE back in the day. I'm pretty sure you guys did. But in WWE, there was a mode called Road to WrestleMania. And what that was, it was using real wrestlers, but a random made-up storyline that the game developers made, right? That right there is what they could have did. So yeah, it's gonna be taking place in Japan at this point in time. However, we're just switching up a whole bunch of stuff. But they didn't say that. They said, "Oh no, this is how it went," and that's causing problems because they still probably would have got backlash for changing it up. But I would have preferred them say, "Yo, this is not real. We just thought it would be a cool idea to make a new story with what we got." But nah, this is how it was. They're French, so they're like, this is how it was. This is the truth. All the research and history you do, they're all fake, because this is how it is.
yourself,
crazy.
Really can't exactly say what they are as a people feel is wrong or not, and then this brings me to two people specifically. Hiroyuki Kata, and the other person is Prime Minister Ishiba. Yeah, the guy who runs all of Japan. He's
The
now
Prime
aware of
Minister.
Shadows too. This was also translated by Twitter user Ohio My Brother, so shout out to them. So, what the hell is happening? Well, Kata, a politician, brought Shadows to the attention of Japan's upper echelons of parliament recently, claiming that the game does not depict their society, culture, or really anything with accuracy.
Mm.
Some of the concerns that Kata brought to the National Diet was that Shadows allowed things like shrines to be destroyed,
Yeah.
and that many religious artifacts were being included in the game that were neither consulted or given permission to.
That is crazy. That is a crazy thing to do, you know? Especially in a country like Japan, where it's very, like, these temples and these shrines that they have is very sacred, you know? And they're trying to make it accurate, but they allow this to happen? And then you could be like, well, it's, it's just, but then use fake names. You know what I mean? Because you still get backlash probably, but it wouldn't be as much as it is when you're using real names. They're actually using the real name for these temples and these shrines. What? That's crazy.
To exist in the game by anyone. Ubisoft just kind of put them in there and that's it. This then led to the Vice Minister of Economy Trade stating that the unauthorized use of real-life locations within Japan that are in Shadows to be grossly unacceptable, as Ubisoft did not consult anyone who actually takes care of these shrines and such to help depict them in the game. This brings us to another problem that the National Diet brought concern to, which was that they are afraid of, as Insider Gaming reported here as well, that Japan's government is actually afraid of imitation attacks due to things like Assassin's Creed Shadows existing. So what do they mean by that? Well, as Hiroyuki Nata, the guy who initially brought this to the attention of Japanese government, said himself about this.
They aren't going to use real fake names. They never did that. I understand they never did that before, but I mean, they're already, because I'm still on that whole idea of why don't you just make it similar, right? Like make it like a DC comic where Gotham City, it's in New York, but it's not. It doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Metropolis, it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Why don't you do that? Because you're already messing everything else up. But yeah, like you said, they wouldn't do that.
In the game, the samurai protagonist smashes drums, sacred mirrors, and altars inside the worship hall of a shrine that appears under its real name. He slashes at people who appear to be priests, shoots arrows, and engages in other violent mayhem. When I asked the chief priest, he said that the game company had not contacted the shrine to ask for permission to use the name. The issue is that Japan's government is worried that if people who are stalwart defenders of things like disrespecting the culture of other nations, which is a big problem by the way, it's called tourist pollution if you need an exact term to describe it. It pretty much is a problem that many Asian countries have had to deal with for a while now. A high-profile version of this tourist pollution is Johnny Somali, who I don't really
Oh yeah, that piece of garbage. Oh my gosh. This man, like, because the thing is, you gotta understand, in these countries, they are very, it's, how do I explain it? Just like when we were watching those Korean videos and those Japanese videos, or those Japanese people and those Korean people, like in those other stories that we heard, they are very closed off. They don't like confrontation most of the time, right? So if you do all this, they aren't really going to be up on you. But I'm going to tell you this right now, because I saw this clip. This man was on the subway, and he was saying, Hiroshima, Hiroshima. That's what he was saying. And I was just like, what the heck? And this man, he was playing like the siren and everything. And I was sitting, I was like, what? And there's just these old people I'm just like, this is insane. Like, what is wrong with you? There's something wrong with your head. That there has to be something wrong. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like kids and really old people, like people who are done, man. They just trying to cruise, right? Like why are you messing with these people? It gets me really mad when it gets to that point. Like when it's either kids or like old, like I mean 70 plus, you know? Like they over it, you know? They over it. They just wanna chill. And obviously depending on like how the the old person is, acting. Like obviously don't treat them any type of way, but like depending on how they are really. Cuz it's always really funny like meeting like really old people. Like like I'm not saying really old, but people that are like over double your age, maybe even triple your age, as they just sitting there listening to them talk, it's just like, yo, what the heck? It's so interesting. It's so interesting. And I just hate when people just decide to mess with them, you know? It really sucks. And this guy right here, I heard like he's in jail or something. I think I heard he's in jail in Korea or something. I don't remember, but it's insane.
You know all about him, and now he's been charged with crimes and attacking locals and more for pretty much causing havoc and mayhem within all of these Asian countries for content. Johnny Somali is a
Crazy.
genuine idiot, and I think that guy deserves all the hate that he's getting
Yeah.
because he clearly doesn't care for what he's done to these countries and their people at all. He just wants the content for views. And let's not forget that at least when this video does come out, that currently there is a alarming string of imitation attacks on Tesla products as well. We're talking about
Oh
old
yeah.
cars that are being keyed or damaged or downright
Oh yeah. Uh this is insane.
burned down in protest of Elon Musk. So while you might say,
This
oh,
is insane. And once again, these are the people. These are the people. We're so like everybody is like everybody this it's so weird. The world that we live in now, guys, it's just really weird. Really weird.
it's just a video game or whatever else, you need to realize that if you get enough idiots to believe in something, they will act in moronic ways. Now, will Ubisoft sue those people who could perform these imitation attacks, or is it only harassment if it affects their employees? We know the answer, but anyway, the Prime Minister of Japan said this as well. It is absolutely unacceptable to graffiti a shrine. It is nothing but an insult to the country. It is natural to have respect for the culture and religion of a country.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is important to send out the message that we will not tolerate any behavior that does not respect the culture and religion of a country and will not tolerate it. And I think this is a big deal because what Ubisoft has done here with Shadows has even started to affect publicly accessible information spots like Wikipedia, where Yasuke is listed as a real samurai when in reality that is not true at all. And in actuality, he was just some guy that was.
Hold up, is that true? Is that true? Hold up, I wanna try. Wikipedia. Yes, search, let's say Yasuke. Yasuke. Ah, African samurai. It says it. Wow. 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 Um, for the anime based on him. Wait, what? For anime based on him, see Yasuke TV series. Oh, I remember that. For the video game character, see Yasuke Assassin's Creed. Dang, they already got it. It's like they had it ready. He served Oda Nobunaga between 1581 and 1582 during the Sengoku period until Nobunaga's death. According to the historical accounts, Yasuke first arrived in Japan in the service. Desire to black what? Okay, desire to see a black man. And then the regular took him to his service and gave him the name Yasuke as a samurai. Wow. He was granted the sword. Really? Because what I heard is completely different. That's getting competition. What? Into his death and forgot and fought at the. Wait, then what? This is because this is like contradicting itself. And there's yeah, but okay. Let me just stop because
for being black. I mean, unfortunately, that is what happened. And then he was
okay, wait.
given back
Let's
to
rewind.
the slave owners.
Let's rewind because I missed some things. I think
that is not true at all. And in actuality, he was just some guy that was bought for being black. I mean, unfortunately, that is what happened. And then he was given back to his slave owners once the guy who bought him got betrayed and killed. Some may think this doesn't matter, but yeah, it matters a lot actually. Speaking of publicly altering real-life things to make your game seem more legit, this is where we get into big yikes territory. So, some context. In Shadows, you can romance people. They've done this in previous games, but here it's egregious to say the least. Both Naoe and
let me
Yasuke have
guess.
access to
There are some stuff going on.
a straight romance, as in one romance being heterosexual.
Of course.
The rest are basically gay
Yeah.
or non-binary,
Yeah.
which isn't that also gay? I don't know, man. It's all nonsense to me. Anyway, as if Ubisoft couldn't screw up things enough, it actually turns out that Yasuke's main love interest, as in his canon love interest, because yes, there's actually a mode in-game that you can turn on that automatically selects what Ubisoft considers to be the right choices for each character pretty much.
What?
Anyway, Yasuke's
Wait,
canon
has that always existed? I mean, what's the point of doing that though? I mean, because what? Has that always existed? I mean, I doubt it because I mean, that's crazy. So they have a mode that you can select the right answer, what they actually did. What? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense for it to exist or have existed. But that's crazy. Like, what's the point of playing the game? I mean, I guess if you want it to be like a true, like him following the exact path that he did before, but that's what?
for romance is
I mean, I've played Assassin's Creed before, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, cause the last Assassin's Creed I remember playing was 3, I think. Right? So I'm trying to think. Did they change them? Like, cause I never played the Greek one, or they had a Valhalla one, right? This Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I never played that one, which I should have played it because that's my jam. And they had but like obviously like that didn't happen then. But I'm thinking like they change it. I guess Swings of Tea. Yes, they did. Okay, they did.
none other than Lady Oichi, which is, oh man, okay, where do we even begin?
You know, see, they made the series into a full-fledged RPG, which they shouldn't have.
Begin with this. So, even more context for people that don't know, Lady Oichi, I'm probably saying her name wrong, I apologize, was the younger sister of Oda Nobunaga, the same guy who bought Yasuke in real life and then paraded him around as a pet to his friends. That's real, look it up. Oichi has appeared in many other video games too. Here she is in Nioh 2, for example, as a character.
Oh, wow.
And here she is as well in Samurai Warriors. That's the Japanese spin-off series from the Dynasty Warriors developers. Lady Oichi was widely considered to be one of
Dynasty
the most
Warriors was
beautiful
the
women in
game.
Japan when she was alive during that time. She was what can only be described as a real-life princess, pretty much. We're talking elegant, beautiful, strong, compassionate, and loved by her people. Oda Nobunaga even once said, according to historical records, that if Oichi was born a man, she would have been an excellent warrior. She lived to be around 35 or 36 years old before she died. Oichi did die alongside her husband, a lord, when their castle was sieged by rival forces. She also sent her 3 daughters, who all ended up becoming prominent historical figures.
Hold up.
Forces. did die alongside her husband, a lord, when their castle was sieged
Like
by
she died
rival
alongside
forces.
him?
She also sent her 3 daughters, who all ended up becoming prominent historical figures in their own right in Japan's history, away from the castle to live on in her name. Oichi was, as you can see, an extremely loyal woman who was
I mean,
devoted.
that's what I was about to say. What's up, Zara? How's it going? That's what I was about to say. Like, she a real one. Like she was just like she stood there. And she was like, "Hey, we going out together." If y'all seen My Home Hero, man, this is why it's like, listen. Obviously, I know. By adding the canning mode, they're trying to replace replicate the old games. Okay, I see. But come on, man, this is real. Like she a real one. She was like, listen, they coming for us. Man, she a real one. And she stood there. Oh my god.
To her husband Shibata Katsui, which she did also have a husband before Katsui, and that other guy's name was Azai Nagamasa, who died very early in his life, around age 26 or 27.
Man, back then people would just drop. I mean, you got to think about it because they had to fight. Because I'm watching Kingdom. I don't know if you guys seen that anime, but in that anime there was this one scene, right? And this guy, he was like, "Yo, I was just deployed, in the last whatchamacallit, the last war or whatever, right? And his arm is gone, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, there was no games. There was no games. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. Everybody, like, we all got to, like, whoa, man.
Which she was devoted to her husband, and like I said, was historically
Devoted.
recorded to have
That's
sacrificed herself
respect.
to save her children and die with her beloved.
Oh, she had kids too. That's a. You see, this is the thing. This is the thing. I love this because this is really showing how marriage is supposed to be. You know what I mean? I feel like for me, like if I was like, I would have told the pops, "No, you gotta stay with the kids." You know what I mean? But she sent the kids away, and she was like, "I ain't leaving." Ah! She said, "Nah." She said, "Nah." Dying from infection, 100%. But the thing is, you gotta think about it, cause like, the wound can get infected, but like, let's say you get pricked, like you get poked with the blade, right? And then now you have an open wound, infected, or it's going to get infected. Do you like just chop it all off, and then will it be like a cleaner transition, you think? Or like, nah. So I need some advice with the pen, right? The new tab. Oh, the new pen came in. It's good. Nice. Is it better than the last one? I don't know how to use the line weight for anatomy. Well, I mean, does your pen have pressure opacity, or is it just one solid line at all times? I'm gonna be working on Lotus outfit today. Nice. You did a little bit of anatomy studies. Good. No, I know a poke is all you need, but I'm saying, like, for example, let's say this right here. Let's say this right here is an arm, right? Let's say this right here is an arm, right? Right? And then somebody, this blade is just right here, right? So now you have a cut right here, right? Right? And then let's say you're fighting for like 10 years. I mean, not 10 years, that's stupid. Let's say you're fighting for like 10 days straight, right? and it starts to get infected, right? If you were to just take this off, would that be a better idea? Or what? Or you just done? Or you just done? You know what I mean?
This woman is apparently the canon love interest of Yasuke, if you can believe it. And you're probably wondering, how the hell is she the canon love interest of Yasuke if she dies with her husband?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out in the game she likes Yasuke more than her own husband in secret and basically cheats on him repeatedly to keep Yasuke close to her because he's the real man that she really wants.
Whoa. I mean, honestly though, is this what they want? So they're saying, well, she was. Wow. Are they sure this is what they want? So are they saying black people steal wives? Is that what they're saying with this? Is that the agenda they're trying to push? Really? Interesting. So she's in she's in a marriage where in the actual canon event in real life, she died with him, right? She loved him. But in the story, she cheats on him with a black guy. Ah, I see. Interesting. Extremely interesting. I see what they're doing. So the pressure thing. Yeah, so pressure is like, so you just tested by making a line, right? And then while you're making that line, press a little bit harder. And does it get darker? And does it get lighter when you're pressing lighter? So that's pressure opacity. That's what they're doing, bro. I see what they're doing. Interesting. But that's crazy, man. It's because, like I said, these are real people. It's gonna like let's say somebody would make a real a story about real life, right, bro? Like a historic thing. Let's say the story was, it takes place in March 13th, 2020, right? That's when the story takes place. And then they use real people, real places, and they're like, Bri, he walked into a bank and you're just like, hold up, what's going on here? And he lit them all up. Wait. That didn't happen? You're like, yes, it did happen. This is accurate. This is exactly what happened. Check the newspapers. No, wait. I did not do that. They're like, yeah, you did. That's crazy. Because these are real people. Real people. And obviously they're old enough to I guess they'll still have people that are related to them, in the bloodline. But I'm saying imagine she'd she was alive today for some reason, right? Or they were able to communicate or something. And they're like, yeah. Oh, so by the way, you're in this, let's call it a play, just to make her understand. You're in this play, and they're portraying you. And you're like, oh, really? That's nice. What am I doing in that play? Oh, where you're cheating on your husband with this black guy. And obviously, if you know, hey, you gotta understand, times were different back in the day, right? So she could be like, what? It's crazy. But that's crazy because it's real people, and they just decided to play with them. That's wild.
Forget about history. Don't believe me? Well, here's their romance scene. Please watch.
Oh, wait, he's showing? Hold up, let me put the volume up. I gotta hear this.
Here we are, alone at last.
I mean, okay. Because she's supposed to be the baddest in all the land. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to...
Yes, I don't know what to say.
I do.
Oh, he has an accent?
Someone once said it like this.
Wait, what? Okay.
You are a daimyo's daughter, and I am just a samurai.
Not just. Never just.
Oh! Now we must part. Let's enjoy the moment. What? Which one was the canon one? How can you tell? Before you continue watch the video. Okay, let me watch the video you sent then. Let's see. Please don't be I don't see the video. Please don't be like a 50-hour video. Help a boy out. Yeah, I know how to do details. Oh, so when you're adding details, usually I think about. Never mind. I guess the file was too big. Oh, you were going to send me an actual video? Oh. Well, like, just think about the lighting. So if you're doing like a simple top-down lighting, something like this, like as you can see with the shadows carrying it here, what I tend to do with the line weight is I just make the areas where the light won't hit those lines darker. Right, so I'd make a darker line under the neck. I'd make a darker line or thicker line under here. So make thicker lines away from the, that's might be a little thick, away from the light. But how do you know which one is the actual canon one to write? I mean to pick. I thought it was gonna be like flashing red, like, and you're like, oh, so this is what he actually said. There's records of this.
Lady Oishi, I have learned something in my battles. Time is a veil. Tomorrow is an illusion.
And all we have left is here and now.
Oh my. All we have left is here and now. Miss, what? Oh! I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, ain't no way. Because if we're trying to be realistic here, where the heck this man got his clean? Like, that man looking clean. Like, look at the beard and all. Come on now. And obviously I'm just picking, but like, come on now. If you're trying to be accurate, you know, this man was probably just, it was just naps, you know, beads.
Yep, that's right, fellas. Ubisoft straight up bended history to make one of the most prominent women in Japan at this time fall in love with the legendary black samurai that was never actually a samurai.
That's
to begin
crazy.
with. People who know and love Japanese history have, well, they haven't taken this well for obvious reasons. As Dr. Alaric Nade puts it here, who has been very vocal about the historical inaccuracies surrounding this game, here's what he said about Yasuke banging Lady Oichi of all people. Ubisoft portrays Oichi as being sexually interested in Yasuke even though she was already married.
That's
This
crazy.
is ridiculous.
And it's so, like, they have so much respect and honor. Oh my gosh. Should have stole that. Oh man.
Furthermore, Yasuke refers to himself as just a samurai, which makes it seem as though samurai is not an
Yeah, that
important
is pretty crazy. Because isn't samurai like the most honorable thing that you could have been? And he's like, I am just. That's all I am. What accent is this? Because it said African, so like, was that his African accent?
It also makes him extremely disrespectful and ungrateful towards his brother, Oda Nobunaga. Of course, we know Yasuke was not really a samurai. This contradiction is just too much. This is definitely probably one of the more egregious historical reimaginings by Ubisoft. They literally bent space and time to force their black samurai to become the savior of Japan and even make him somehow be able to sleep with pretty much one of the most powerful Japanese women of their time behind.
Wait, he saves them? Nobody knows where Yasuke is from. Oh, it said in the Wikipedia, it said African samurai. Um, ain't no African. I mean, it said listen. I'm just taking what the Wikipedia said because the Wikipedia is always true. But like, so he saves Japan, and he get the finest. That's the craziest thing. That is so crazy. Like, does this story go through the origin, like how he became, or is he just a samurai and we're just supposed to move on past how he became a samurai?
Behind her husband's back, by the way, who was also a samurai and a general of war, by the way, too.
That is
this
crazy.
is so sacrilegious. If this was even murmured to have happened, Yasuke would have been quartered, dude. Straight up. Same with Oichi. Dr. Alaric Nade also had this to say: Lady Oichi is an ancestress of the current emperor, and she was known for being extremely devoted to her.
By the way, I watched a bit of the story. They have Yasuke kill Nobu. Oh! What? So basically, for the anatomy, use the light. Yeah. That's what I usually do when I'm thinking of the line weight. So darker lines away from the shadow, or in the shadow, away from the light. Yeah, away from the light. So even before you add any shading, really, before you start shading anything, you see like right here how this line right here is a lot thick, like bigger or darker. It's just to add those shifts. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Husband, this is very disrespectful. Ubisoft can't be serious, man, but wait, it gets worse. There's Naoi too. So like Yasuke, Naoi also has a canon love
You
interest.
see that? Oh, like how he's talking. I know. I am expecting it to be something. I mean,
What do you think it is?
I mean, she might look. I mean, no. The other girl looks better. Okay, I'll let it slide.
Is it a man or is it a woman?
Yeah,
Who are we kidding?
yeah.
Of course it's a woman. This is Ubisoft and westernized slot people. You thought Naoi would be straight canon-wise? What are you? Someone who wants historical accuracy in your history game? Get your head out of your ass, fellas. Naoi loves to slay the poon as much as she does
Oh
other
my
bad
gosh.
guys. Don't believe me? Here's Naoi making out with Katsuhine.
Lust? Lust is a journey of 1,000 steps that begins with a kiss.
Oh. Okay. Seppuku. And then Yasuke cuts his head off. I mean, yeah, but why does Oda do seppuku? Why? Because I know they usually have like when they do seppuku, they have the assist. But the thing that's weird about this, besides why is it like going so fast? Did he like fast forward it?
Lust?
This is so.
Lust is a journey of 1,000 steps that begins with a kiss.
Nah. Okay. All right, let's move on by. Okay. Okay.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next.
Are you having fun yet, people? No.
I sent to assassinate him, and she had him. Wait, hold up. The female assassin? Oh my gosh. What the heck? And she was about to kill him. Yasuke came in and saved him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
No? What's that? You want more? You want more romance scenes to ruin your day? Okay, fine. I can do more. What if I told
think
you
I'm
that
good.
Yasuke can romance a guy who says that he's non-binary? Let me
What? Oh my gosh. This is like.
ruin your day even further. Please watch this.
I do not think I have ever seen you quite so tongue-tied.
Not yet, at least. I hope you aren't easily chilled.
Look at the picture in the back.
Do you think someone might see us?
Maybe.
What the freak is this show? I mean, this game.
Do you care?
Not at all.
Oh! So this is like, what is this game? What? First of all, Yasuke, he was a slave. Let's just put it straight up. So it's instead of that, he is one of the most honorable ranks you can have, which is a samurai. And then he gets the most baddest female in the land. And then this boy, like, you know what, like, let me go over there, like, Brian, this is insane. This is insane. This is truly insane. And it's crazy because it's like, the thing that bugs me, like, there's only a certain amount of, like, things that you can really get from history. You know? You sent the link from IGN. Watch it. Dang. Watch it. Like, why you say it like that? Like, all right, let's see. It just showed me a picture. Oh, I have to open it. Let me see. Yes, dang. I gotta say if I'm 18 years or older. What is this video about? Hold up. I might have to mute the audio because since Titan sent this to me, there's gonna be a whole bunch of slurs and watch. Hold on.
It doesn't what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it.
Hold on, Titan. Did you make me watch this whole video for that line right there? Are you trying to be funny, man? Are you trying to be funny?
Or that the moon landing was a hoax?
I mean, I ain't gonna let this man know what he's talking about.
I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days.
And that's the one you should be following. No, but keep watching. Okay, let's see. I can't.
A bestseller too.
I mean,
where's this going?
I mean, it's been changed.
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true.
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
Okay. That is actually really good. Like things like this that make you think. You know, you're just like, you know what? Yeah, that is true. We're dealing with this right now. The point of the video is that it's from the first game. Everything. Okay, yeah, but the thing is about that. Do you think that's why they did it really? Because I don't think so. I don't think that's why they did it in this game. These machines call the enemies to revive the past. Visit the past and Aruba. Yeah, but I don't think that's what they're doing in this. Uh-oh.
19.
Nope, we're not watching this right now. Where's the video? Crap. Oh man, where's the video? I lost it. Oh, there it is. I found it. I don't know if I want to play this. I don't think they made you skip like what's that man? Yeah. Because of how the series set itself up, they can do that. Yeah, I know, but it's like if they would have I feel like the people who are making it now aren't those same people. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's the case because if it is, then they would have been smarter with how they did it. Right? They would have just called us back to this moment. But no, these people are like, "Oh no, this is how it actually went in history." Yeah, but the thing is this, Titan. If I have that in mind, then it won't affect me. You know what I mean? Because at a certain point, we're just saying we're just doing whatever. You know what I mean? Because we're just changing everything. But once you start having a foundation, it's kind of like when you have your own, like you've established your own rules in a game, and then you start to break them. It's kind of like, what the heck are you doing? So if you've already established that everything is real, then you can't start playing and you're like, you can't do that. You know what I mean? I've heard that the original creators and writers got fired a long time ago. Yeah, that makes sense. Just like the Rockstar guy. Please check Whip. And this says Creed game. Yeah. Outright implies that this was not the son of God in the first game. Oh, I don't think I played the first game, or I just don't remember. Oh my gosh, I thought it was gonna stop right there. They really. Oh my.
And then get excited for next.
Wow, that was pretty awful, wasn't it? You want to see another love interest?
I don't want to see
Now
any more.
Love interest? Wow, you guys are glutton for punishment.
Oh
You also
my
want to see some
gosh.
cringe dialogue? Get strapped in, fellas. That's a lesbian joke, by the way. Here's some more
Wait, what?
cringe.
Hold up, let me rewind it. I want to hear what he said.
Between Now Wayne or Ken and love interest? Wow, you guys are glutton for punishment. You also want to see some cringe dialogue? Get strapped in, fellas. That's a lesbian joke, by the way. Here's some more cringe.
Watch where you point that thing.
What's wrong, Igahime? Does my teppo make you nervous?
No, I like dangerous weapons.
What about dangerous women?
Even better.
What the heck?
We'll see.
Yeah, that's not all. Here's a scene where Yasuke romances his gay romance companion. I'm just torturing you guys.
The thing is, it's like, what are the odds you're finding especially back then? What are the odds of you finding all of these gay people? What? What are the odds? Like now, like step outside, you gonna find like 10 of them. wherever you are. I mean, not wherever you are. Yeah, not wherever you are. Wherever you are in America. I mean, not wherever you are in America, but you'll find them. But are you telling me everybody? Like it's like and let's say this is an accurate representation of everybody who was there at the time. So you're telling me not only Yasuke was gay. I mean, he's not gay. I mean, he's gay. I mean, he's bi, I guess. So Yasuke's bi. This chick is gay. That guy that Yasuke is with is gay. And then the other person is also gay. And the other guy is gay. Like, what are the odds of all these people being in the same place at the same time? And like, how do you even? Because now you just walk out and you just like, well, and then they're like, oh, okay, and then now But back then, so he just found every single person that this happened to be. My gosh, watch the second video I sent. Oh my goodness, all right, watch the second video I sent. The video from the first game. The other character mentions things that you probably find familiar. You know what? Wait, never mind. No. All right, my fault. Uh, I think so. What? What? Okay. I can't hear anything. Did I unplug something?
Arrested?
Okay.
Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have
Dang,
questions.
this is glitchy. I can't hear anything. Oh, okay.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is
what
why.
system is this?
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land, and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Ares used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects.
A
To be
Deus Ex
ready for
Machina?
when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people.
How do you draw clothes over my lip? Well, what kind of clothes are you trying to draw? Is it tight-fitting clothes? If it's tight-fitting clothes, you usually just need to draw right on it, really. Add a little bit of thickness. If it's baggy clothes, then work on drawing like drapery type stuff. You know? Having things flow, kind of like a skirt type thing. That was basically all that they said? Okay. I do not remember this game. I thought it was I don't even know if that was thinking about it now. I don't even think that was Assassin's Creed. It was some other type of game like this. It could have been, what's that one with Uncharted? It could have been Uncharted or Prince of Persia or something. Thinking about it now.
Point. Oh boy. Please watch this too.
Oh my gosh.
You are more than worthy. And this moment we have shared will be my...
What the heck?
Wow, that's a lot of romance scenes. Isn't it incredible how we went from games like the first Assassin's Creed, where they got rid of the crossbow in the CGI trailer because it wasn't historically accurate, to now where you're in Japan playing the big gay black samurai or this lesbian Naue chick who was never a samurai smashing non-binary bussy, but can also romance the literal daughter of the emperor with zero repercussions, and you can also destroy historical sites and cut down shrine maidens as if they're nothing but obstacles in your way.
I didn't know you
To
can
say that Assassin's
kill
Creed
shrine
is pretty
maidens.
cooked would be an understatement, fellas. It's beyond any imagination when it comes to what Ubisoft has done here to their flagship series. And it's so evidently obvious that they have 100% been infiltrated by woke activists. I reported on so much of
100%.
this already in the past. My sources told me, man, watch out, they're going to make Assassin's Creed into a badly written CW show. But people didn't believe me. They
A
said,
badly
"You
written
lie, Mark.
CW show."
There's no way. But lo and behold, as I just subjected you to multiple...
What the heck?
multiple torture scenes after torture romance scenes. Also,
The heck?
oh, this game is incredible. Which was all made and paid by Ubisoft themselves. I'm not kidding, guys. I told you this game was cooked, and now people have no choice but to believe me now. Oh, it's glorious to see. But what can you expect? I mean, Access Media is coping so hard for Shadows, it's kind of crazy. Take this review from VG247 where they gave Shadows a flawless 100 out of 100, and their review says
100 out of 100?
problems with Assassin's Creed Shadows for sure, but it's so fun to play. It's telling a gripping story, and there is so much sense of progress and reward for every little thing you do that it actually feels like an open world game that's taking its cues from a modern roguelike or something. Wow, there are problems with Shadows, but also ignore those guys. It's still perfect. How the hell did
I know, 100 out of 100?
with there's flaws and then gave it a flawless score? How does that make any sense? The shilling is just off the charts here. How about the fact that many of the reviews failed to tell you that this game has, you guessed it, a battle pass in your fully priced AAA game. There's an entire battle pass to grind as well. Granted, allegedly, this first battle pass is free, but the expectation here
Battle
is that
pass
as content
in a
releases for the
70,
game,
yeah,
that
that's
paid
crazy.
battle passes will become available as well. So
Yeah,
you
but
can grind
a
your
battle
single
pass
player game.
in a paid game is insane. Because I know I said it because, you know, they're trying to take the money from you, but it's like, thinking about it like that, like, yo, a battle pass, like, I paid $70 for this game, and now I have to pay more money to get these things? Crazy.
Game on a battle pass like it's Fortnite. Also, I was looking at the trophies for the game. Apparently, if your game loses connection to Ubisoft servers, it stops tracking trophies, and no, I'm not kidding you. So if you are late in the game and do some mission and complete a story moment that should award a trophy or achievement, but you for whatever reason lose connection to Ubisoft servers, you will now lose that trophy and will have to play the whole game again to make it pop. Wonderful. I love that. I love having always online requirements for my single player RPG game where I can play with my friends.
Sometimes I like to play offline.
But I'm so glad
That's
that my
crazy.
experience can be made even worse because Ubisoft servers could go down at any minute while I'm playing it. Let's be real, if the servers go down randomly, then I'll just stop playing the game because why risk losing a trophy, right? What a stupid decision on their part, man. Actual brain dead takes. If your game is single player, just let people play it like it's intended to be played. And I bet the reason why it's always online is because of that stupid battle pass, isn't it? So you can unlock pointless stuff in-game you'll never use outside of a very few things. I'm going to be honest, I'd rather just not have a battle pass at all and just be able to enjoy my game offline with no issues.
I'm surprised it's a guy.
But then
That was her
again, I grew up
teacher
with
or her
video
father or
games when
something.
They weren't propaganda humiliation rituals, so what do I know? I just don't think I'm the target audience anymore, if I'm being honest. And I also found posts like this funny where this guy says that the incel edition of Shadows would star a hot Asian woman and a white guy. First of all, based, but this dude unironically self-owned Shadows without realizing it himself. Because in actuality, if Shadows starred William Adams, it would have at least been historically accurate, because unlike Yasuke, who did literally nothing, William Adams actually was a foreigner who came to Japan and actually became a real-life samurai and had a home and a Japanese wife and had kids and all of that stuff.
Dang,
And
this man settled down.
Evidence to back all of this up, unlike Yasuke. By the way, the main character of the first Neo game is based on William Adams too. He was an Englishman that specialized in shipbuilding, astronomy, and naval warfare, and even served in the Royal Navy at that time too. And in 1598, William Adams was hired to lead a fleet of 5 ships to the Far East. The mission wasn't to go to Japan specifically. The mission was kind of just to go find silver and spices from all the other countries they could meet and then bring them back to Europe. But the expedition was plagued with a ton of disasters, to put it lightly. Eventually, of these 5 ships, which were destroyed by the natural might of the sea, only William Adams' ship remained. He ended up being marooned on the coast of Japan and was taken in by the people there. William would then meet Tokugawa Ieyasu, the daimyo of the time, who would eventually become shogun. Yeah, the story of the show and book Shogun is based on William Adams arriving.
That's what I thought. Because I was like,
trade routes with Japanese markets.
that's what I was like, it's so similar.
On William Adams arriving in Japan. Anyway, this guy would end up setting up trade routes with Japanese markets and basically connecting the West and East for a time. This all took place, by the way, around 1584-ish and like beyond that, but the point is that if William Adams was chosen as Ubisoft's stranger in a strange land, it would have made far more sense for him to become a samurai and actually have a story in Assassin's Creed lore over that of Yasuke. Because unlike Yasuke, who did literally nothing, William Adams actually had cultural impact on Japan at large. For God's sakes, the guy had a mansion that was gifted to him by Ieyasu, who became the shogun at the time. Adams also married a Japanese woman named Oyuki and would have 2 children with her named Joseph and Suzuna. Adams would also remain in Japan for the rest of his life, learning their culture, their language, and serving as a loyal samurai retainer to Ieyasu. Here's a picture of William Adams' ship that still stands as a statue within Hirado, Nagasaki Prefecture, where William Adams lived nearby, obviously way back when. But this is real cultural impact. Adams actually had recorded lore that made sense for him to be the outsider character for a game like Shadows that would actually make sense. But we all know why he wasn't chosen, because 1, he's a white man, so it's a big no-no for Ubisoft
and
these
he's
days,
straight.
and 2, Adams was obviously a straight man who married a woman. Again, a big no-no, because this means we can't have our non-binary and gay romance options in our Ass Creed game. So shout out to Sardot, the gamer who self-owned his own point by trying to get a gacha and proves that he knows absolutely nothing when it comes to Japanese culture or history whatsoever. And that he, alongside other dumbasses, are just morons who will literally eat any DEI slop that is thrown their way because they're low IQ dummies. If William Adams was in Shadows, literally nobody would argue with his inclusion. Nobody. Because you can't refute actual real historical facts. But the fact that they went with Yasuke deliberately is so dumb, it's honestly impressive. It's just incredible how little people know about real-life history and instead just spew random nonsense as gotchas. Like, if anyone thinks Yasuke was a superior option to William, you actually have brain damage. And you should have to take a test to show that you're smart enough to make decisions on your own going forward.
And the thing is, if they really wanted to play it, like, why use Yasuke? Like, why do they keep using him? You know what I mean? Like, if you want to make any type of story, like, let's say they were to have him be a slave or have a black guy, you know what I mean? Like, let's say they wanted to see, you know what I mean? Because this is what they did back in the day. And then he did something, right? Or they were in a certain situation where they ended up respecting him because he did something, he saved some people, or you know what I mean? Do something like that, showing or having him build this respect that they have for him. You know what I mean? They could have did that with anyone, but they keep using Yasuke, who was the actual person, but who didn't do what they said he did. And we just have to stick with that? I don't know.
The amount of dumbassery in this world is starting to reach levels we once thought were impossible. We got gay black samurais filling the buns of they, them, servants, and shadows before Grand Theft Auto 6. That's crazy, dude. Of course, even Hassan Piker, the terrorist lover who is a champagne socialist and lives in $1 million home but wants you to eat the rich yet complains when he's taxed for his money, decided to open his stupid mouth on Shadows, where he said this on social media. The wildest meta online is content creators of every political background running targeted harassment operations in the ways that anonymous online forums used to and masquerading it as accountability. Sending death threats to devs is not accountability. You should self-reflect. It's hilarious that Hassan Piker, of all people, is trying to paint the Shadows controversy in some virtuous way, and nobody I've seen has sent any death threats to any devs. He's just saying
crazy.
that. It's also funny because Hassan was recently banned, although briefly, for literally trying to gaslight his viewer base into killing a Republican politician because he disagreed with his views. And no, I'm not kidding. So anyone who thinks that Hassan Piker is somehow good for online discourse,
I don't watch him, but every single time his name comes up, it's for some crazy, stupid stuff that he did. That's crazy.
And if we all acted like Hassan wanted us to, we would all be trying to kill developers the same way he gaslights people into doing while also playing literal terrorist propaganda to brainwash his fan base into becoming bigger extremists that I can't even show on YouTube. The point here is that I always love it when the moral compass of these types gets challenged by things like this, because they always show their true colors before long and then prove exactly why they should not be trusted with even an iota of power, and the entire discourse surrounding not only Shadows, but even the Tesla stuff and more shows
Tesla
how
stuff is
rise
crazy.
Western
I heard
extremism
they doxed some of the Tesla people. And by the way, I learned what doxed is from VTubing. I've been watching Zura, by the way. I don't think I said this, but I'm pretty sure I did. No, I don't think I did because I'm pretty sure I was like, she could be a VTuber. Zura, she is not being a VTuber either. Let's add that on the list. So no actress, no cosplayer, no no VTuber, no what else did we have? We had a whole lot. No wrestler. Uh what else? What else? Yeah, VTuber, she's not a VTuber. She cannot be a V. Bro, when I tell you, Bri, when I tell you, listen. Obviously not all, you can't say all. But, Bri, when I tell you, because I don't know anything much about VTubers, right? But I've been watching up some things about VTuber stripper. I mean, 100% not. What the heck? That's not even an option. Those, sorry, feature. So listen, Bri, every single one is like, this is not even funny, but this is like a trend that I'm noticing. Every single one is mentally unstable. Every single one is mentally unstable. Yo, I was just watching this other. Hold up, bro. Hold up. Let's finish
by
this.
the very websites and so-called just content creators that are acting virtuous. I've never once told anyone to harass anybody. Not Ubisoft, not any dev, or any other human being. I always tell people to focus their energy on the companies and not the people who work there that can't even make these decisions even if they wanted to. All of this gay romance, non-binary, all the rest of it was decided from the top, not the bottom. And this is the fault of the executives who run Ubisoft that are now trying to mask their own incompetence through gaslighting their developers and trying to push people to attack their developers so they can then use them as an example for their own agenda.
Yep.
This is why I tell all of you to be smart about these things and what you post online. Because it doesn't take much for these weirdos to try to pull you down to their level, and it's imperative that you never allow these idiots the satisfaction of it, which is why I always tell you guys to think before you speak and question everything you see. Even what I say, before you take it to heart, look up what I'm saying. Am I lying? Look it up. Was William Adams a real person that was actually in Japan? Go look it up.
You think that's what this Last Samurai movie was based off of?
Go check it up anyways. Just think critically. Weigh the options. Read into what some say is fact, like that Sardot guy did with his post on Shadows, because without context, what he said comes off as real. But with a simple Google search, you suddenly realize how little these morons have to sit on when it comes to their high horses or their virtues. And if Shadows fails, Ubisoft is cooked. There's no running away from that. And as I showed you with the Japanese government and those many painful romance scenes in game, the damage is practically unrepairable at this point. I haven't harassed a single person in this video. I did criticize some individuals' points, but like I always do, you gotta bring the evidence to show why they're wrong in a critical way. So keep coping and seething, you dummies, as you continue to lose all of your goodwill and ruin your reputations. Seriously, keep it up. You're only making my job easier with everything that you say and post and do. But what do you think about all of this? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Crazy.
So I've heard of.
Okay. Not this one. Is this one?
So,
No. But this guy, listen, the reason why I started watching this guy, look at, I was watching a few videos, but I only subscribe now because I watched one of the VTuber videos, right? And this man was like, he was like, how do I explain it? Like, he was like making, okay, I don't know how I'm supposed to explain this. Let me see if I can find it. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. Wait, is it this one? Wait, no. It's this. Wait, oh, it's this one. This one right here.
it seems that
This year really isn't Nijisanji's
All
year,
right,
huh?
so let
I
me
mean, the
see.
VTubing
I'm
spree
gonna
is
mute this. All right, so this is this guy, right? This guy right here, right? He was a VTuber. I mean, I don't know if he still is, but let's see. This came out like a year ago, so probably not. But yeah, so this guy was a VTuber, right? One of the they had like a VTuber group or whatever of the boys or whatever. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter, right? But so in this story, it's about one of his ex mods who's coming out talking about how he was not so nice of a person and he did all this and that, right? But the thing is, this man. Hold up, let me have this man say it. I'm gonna have him say it.
Every passing step triggered
Hold up, I'm gonna have him say it.
for the global VTuber community. Before Luxium, male VTubers were purely seen as a joke. But this wave changed that. The idea of male VTubers became viable. Now, of course, the reason why they became viable and blew up so quickly was because they were thirst trapping, gay baiting, and pretty much creating a boyfriend experience type scenario. I mean, evidence of their success can be seen here. Vox Akuma at 3rd, Mr. Rise, who has graduated, at 6, and Luca at 7, all members of Luxium with above 1 million subscribers each and in the top 10 of Nijisanji Global.
This is crazy. I didn't know they had like the ranks like this. This is crazy. Like VTubering is so much bigger than I thought. I mean, I didn't think anything of it, but I was just like, it's just really big.
Japanese VTubers in Nijisanji's biggest market. But in Luca's case, before even joining Nijisanji, he did have an online presence. Not as Luca, but as someone named Java. And his insane trail of self-destruction with him stepping on a landmine with every step he takes can be traced back to those days. According to the VR Chat Legends wiki, Java is known as a god-tier trap in VR Chat. With the most notable quote from him being, "That's kinda gay." So that was his whole gimmick.
So, first of all, I just found out what VR chat was like 2 days ago. Like this guy, he was like playing 2K, and he was like, "Oh, I'm about to ask somebody in VR chat for an NBA character," and it was crazy. I didn't know what VR chat was either.
Email with his voice, and then reveal the fact that he's a guy and watch the reaction. He got so good at being a trap in VR chat that he ended up joining the, I like to call it the Bohemian Grove of streamers, which was Rafflegator's invite-only Gator crew. Now, this VR chat server had some of the biggest streamers at the time present there, which meant that if you somehow got an invite and played your cards right, you could potentially start a streaming career, which is why so many people were desperate to get an invite. Some of the names on this list include people like Soda Poppin' and Moon Moon.
Don't know
Not to
any of these
mention
people.
A lot of rising stars. So it was a big deal. This was an 18+ RP server on VR chat. Yes, you can imagine the
RP.
degeneracy that went
Oh.
on, especially with the content mostly
Okay.
being centered
Okay. Now. Okay. Now. Okay. I see.
awkwardness and dating, trying to pick up people, trying to riz them before even the term was invented. You get the point. After being invited to the server by Rafflegator, Java met Raziel, a VR chat streamer and role player. It was at that point that he asked Rafflegator to set him up on an RP date with her. So they went on RP dates, streamed together a lot.
An RP date? Oh my gosh! Like it's like I feel like I was just fading in and out with this. This man asked to go on a date with a girl in role playing, like in the game. Like, is this what she looked like in real life or something? Like, how is this going to work? How does this even go to work? I mean, she probably has like, but that's weird though. Like to think about, like, how would that work? Or was he just doing it just for fun? How is that going to work? Like, do people really do that? Oh, that's the guy from from King of the Hill, I think. Yeah.
Both of them in the same room. And from the
People do that, Brian?
perspective of
Oh my
viewer,
God.
Everything seemed to have been going well. Then at some point, Nijisanji opens up auditions, Java applies, to his surprise he's accepted, and boom, baby, stardom. He is Luca Kaneshiro in the Luxium wave, and he makes it big. But again, this is from the perspective of a viewer. I can't even begin to describe what happened behind the scenes. The irony here is that even though he's made this joke, agency VTubers commits cancelable actions. That is exactly what he ends up doing multiple times over, both in terms of contract breaches and just straight up ethical and moral type incidents. Because it was on March 29th that Raziel herself decided to expose Luca for his true self in an effort to clear her name from his rabid hardcore fans. By the way, those same rabid fans, they'd even let this document stay up for more than 24 hours before mass reporting it, with Google having to take it down. Dude, it's gone. It's straight up gone. I've never seen this happen before, but thankfully she re-uploaded it. Guys, this thing is 58 pages. 58! What is this, a master's thesis? A dissertation? Like, is she going for a PhD? 58! I clicked on this thinking, oh, it's probably going to be a few pages with some proof, with some timestamps, with some DMs. 58 pages! Now, of course, I read the whole thing, but don't worry, we're not going to be doing that. Instead, I'll sum it up and we'll go through the highlights of the absolute degeneracy that occurred.
I did change it. It was changed. Wait, do you hear it?
Between Raziel,
I don't hear it. I don't hear it. I think you should go check yours. Like if you're hearing it, because I don't. Mine isn't beeping.
Author and Luca. She starts off by saying this. Why does this document exist? A very good question. She goes on to say that more information, such as the Nijisanji contract, has come out along with another individual in the know confessing to me that Luca Kaneshiro has allegedly harassed others inside of Nijisanji. So here she's talking about how a Nijisanji VTuber contract leaked recently as things were escalating after Selen's termination. Legal Mindset, who's a registered lawyer and happens to have a great channel, went through the entire contract on one of his streams. And
Alright, I just want to fast forward this because this is like, I don't need to get like all this. I just want to get to the big part right here.
Very clear boundaries that she wasn't interested in actual.
Oh, you're joking? Wow.
Outside of RP, that she had a long-term boyfriend, etc., right? So as far as she was concerned, character and who owned the lobby that had a lot of big streamers. So Java then asked Rafflegator, the streamer who owned the lobby, to see if he could set up a date with his character and Raziel's character. It was nothing out of the ordinary, right? As she mentions, you know, this was part of the whole server. This was the main content. So she was okay with it, but she apparently, according to her, set very clear boundaries. That she wasn't interested in actual dating outside of RP, that she had a long-term boyfriend, etc., right? So as far as she was concerned, things were okay. Now, of course, they gradually became close friends. They started inviting each other to private worlds, hung out together, chilled, talked, and that's when he would start to open up about his home situation, his mental and physical abuse that comes from his family.
You see what I mean, though, bro? Look. Even him. I didn't even listen. I was even thinking about going through this whole thing, but mental. Interesting. Right? It's like I can. It's not funny, but it's just kind of strange where every single VTuber, every single one, is dealing with it. Interesting.
He would tell me that he never felt comfortable talking about this stuff with anyone before. Look, this is typical. Typically, if someone is nice to you, forms a bond with you, and then all of a sudden trauma dumps enough of a load to break a Tesla truck, guess what? This is most likely a great way to just manipulate you. So of course she started opening up in return as well. Now here's what, this is probably the craziest thing. Look, we're still on page 2. Okay, we're still on page 2. This is the craziest thing that happens in all these 58 pages. Brace. So on January 17, 2019, Java would once again invite me to a private world. We were both in full body tracking in a VR chat. We discussed RP and made small talk.
Full body tracking. How do you do that? Like, can you like? Is this like some Ready Player One type stuff? How do you full body track?
Java would go silent. At first, I thought maybe his mom came into his room, as she often did, and he muted himself to talk to her. I kept talking, and I could see him moving slightly, but he kept silent. I asked him if everything was okay, and he said it was. I then asked him what he was doing. It was there. Without asking me if it was okay, out of the blue, with no prior consent, and with boundaries already made clear that I did not want to date, he told me he was touching himself.
Okay. So, okay. Okay? So, that's what that guy was doing. You hear? You hear. Crazy. Crazy, right? And then we're going to fast forward to about right here. I'm going to see.
Had big problems with certain groups of people. He really, really, really didn't like it when someone called him gay. His mom joked about it, and he was like, "Fuck no, dude. Fuck no. No, dude, I'm not gay. Don't say that." And as recently as January 2023, he said this. Yeah, trans people make me uncomfortable, and pregnant women. That is so random, though, dude. Like, listen, if you typically have something against the LGBT, it can be explained somehow, some way, right? Like, it's clear here. His mom, when she said, "Are you gay?" and he said no, she said, "You little thank God," okay? We can say it's cultural, familial, where you grow up. You know, it can be explained to a certain degree, okay? But pregnant women, what the hell is this? I can't even explain this. Where did this come from? Like, why do pregnant women make you uncomfortable? Like, oh man, when I see those bellies of pregnant women, man, the fact that they have a life inhibiting them, oh my God, dude.
I know, right?
And still, her friendship persisted with him, okay? Now, at some point, Java would decide to stream on Twitch under the name of Java with 4.
You see that, right? So after he did all that, she's like, oh, we're still cool. She's still friends with the guy. She's still friends with him, right?
After becoming a god-tier tramp, like the wiki says, and tricking streamers such as Soda Poppin', he started to gain some sort of popularity. This is when, for whatever reason, Raziel abandoned her entire streaming career just to help him with his streaming. I don't know why. Like, does he have a gun to her head or something?
Yeah.
Does he have black?
Why is she still here?
No, I don't know why. But she did. Okay? She did. She started managing his channel, his community. Her work included keeping him company on stream per request, suggesting games for him to play based on popularity, managing sponsorships, cultivating and managing his community, running and helping his moderation team, coming up with subathon goals and executing the goals that didn't directly involve him, streaming for him at least once a week on his channel so that he would stay consistent. And even after all this, Java would still lie to her about his revenue, making her think that he makes way less than he actually makes, and about going to school when he wasn't even enrolled, among various things. Now, as he was streaming on Twitch, Niji Sanji all of a sudden opened up their auditions for their next wave. He would, of course, apply. And during the application process, while waiting to hear back from them, he would end up making 2 alts on Twitter to harass others during the Niji Sanji audition process. One called Lolly Springa, and the other one called he's moaning or just heavily breathing.
This is weird.
Thank you for 173,000 subscribers. Who talks like this? Listen, you guys can laugh and cringe all you want. Look at this. 34,000 likes. 1,400 bookmarks. 7,400 retweets. 1,000 comments. This was before we could see impressions on posts. I guarantee you this has at least half a...
So, moral of the story. This girl is saying how he did all this and this is why she's not hanging with him anymore. This girl said she was in a long-term relationship. She apparently broke up with that guy. She's not with him anymore. And then she followed this man all through this whole journey. Right? And then this guy, the guy that's reading it or talking about the story, he was like, what the heck is wrong with this chick? Why didn't she leave? Right? And I'm sitting there because all the other people, they were like, oh, well, some of you guys don't understand. And I'm like, what do you mean don't understand? He gave her every reason to leave, but she just didn't want to go. Like, she felt like she was trapped. Trapped how? How? And it's crazy because, like I said, bro, every single one of them are like this, right? Or they can end up getting doxxed because like I said, I just found out what doxxed means. This other guy, this man got doxxed, and which means like when they expose your identity, I think, or like right? Yeah, they like expose your identity or like your house or something. I don't know. It's like something like that, right? So they doxed this guy. This man like had a full blown like emotional stream. He was crying. He was like, "Oh, this really messed with my mental. You know, I've already been dealing with a whole bunch of mental stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah." Live under kinda, honestly. I'm not online as much. Like, I don't know these terms. I don't know these games. Which is crazy because I do stream like every day, kind of. But it's crazy. And then this other guy, this guy was like, he was like, okay, hold up. How long is this video? It is, but yeah, this other guy, he was like a producer or something. This man used to record, because like these VTubers were singers. This man used to record these girls, right? Like, without them knowing, and posting it and sharing it with his friends. So I'm just like, yeah, nah, she ain't gonna be a VTuber. Right, every single one of them has mental like stuff, you know what I mean? And it's just the whole industry, the whole like, yo, they have cult followings, right? These people are fighting. Yeah, so it's what the internet would call a normie. Yeah, I guess. But it's like, right, these people, they're like cult-like followings. It is terrifying. I'm like, what the heck? These these groups were just fighting. They were throwing slurs and everything. I'm just like, yo, for what? And you think my wife and or girl is gonna be out here just, you know, doing her VTubering stuff, and then end up saying something that pisses some other group or people off, and then everybody, what? Or she has to go do this thing because it's like, you know, they get into look, if she's doing everything for fun, maybe. Like, if it's just for fun, maybe. Okay, let's just say that she's not allowed to to be in like the companies. Nah, she's not allowed to be in the companies. Nope. No. Let's just do it that way. If she just wants to be a VTuber, just have fun with it. All right, sure. But not like, it's not gonna be like the serious like things with I forgot the names, like but there's like 2 or 3 or 4 companies, like big name companies that these VTubers go to. Hollow Live is one of. But I'm telling you, I've been watching all these VTuber stuff. It's crazy. Truly.
It has almost been 5 years since Genshin Impact first came out, and took.
I wouldn't even hire you. Why would what? I wasn't talking about. I didn't want to be in a company. I'm not talking about me.
Understatement. The early videos on my channel serve as proof of that. From review bombing Google in their own app store to going up against the Shrek community and losing, there is simply no shortage of crazy stories when it comes to the Genshin community over these last few years. But one thing that has been consistent ever since the game first came out is the fact that it actually ruined many relationships. Back in 2024, someone posted about how their friend's fiance ended their relationship because she would repeatedly ignore him for hours. What was her reasoning? Well, she was cheating on him with fictional characters. She would spend hours role-playing and looking at spicy fan art of those characters from Genshin. How about this guy who had to end...
I'm talking about insert title card. So, it was a reference? Listen. Every single Titan reference I'll never get. I think I only got 2 references when you guys were talking about references.
His relationship because his girlfriend refused to travel with him on vacation since she didn't want to miss her daily quest.
Oh, and of course, let's not forget the situation in which someone broke up with their boyfriend in game chat. They didn't text, they didn't call, they broke up with them in game chat.
That is
There is
insane.
no shortage of stories like this, but what shocked me is the fact that one just occurred in 2025. We're talking about a couple who was engaged, okay? They were about to get married. They were so close. The woman had a ring on her finger and the guy had proposed to her. But now their entire marriage is at risk. Everything's about to be called off. The parents are involved fighting with each other, all because of Genshin Impact. I wish this was a joke, guys. I mean, seriously, it's so ridiculous. We have to talk about it. So let's
You just lame.
All right, so for you to understand how this marriage
I mean,
got
Brian knows
ruined,
everything.
we have to talk about Genshin's gacha system. The most important currency in Genshin Impact are Primogems, all right? You can earn these in-game, but you can also spend money to get them. You use them in order to buy intertwined fates. These will allow you to wish on a banner. Your goal when wishing on a character banner is to get a 5-star character. If I were to wish once on this banner, then the odds of me getting a 5-star are 0.6%.
Dang.
If I'm lucky enough to get a 5-star character, then a coin is flipped. If I win the coin flip, I get the character I want, which in this case would be Farina. If I lose the coin flip, I get a standard character from the standard character banner that no one wants, and I have to try again. But this time, there won't be any coin flip. But the thing is, getting the 5-star character that you want is only the beginning for some people, because that's where constellations come in. After getting a 5-star character, I can wish for that character 6 more
Constellations,
times.
huh?
And for every copy I get from them, I can activate a constellation. These are extra passive abilities that you cannot unlock unless you get copies of this character. By the time you reach the 6th constellation, the character would have changed so drastically that they won't just be overpowered. They will undergo a full kit conversion. So if they're a damage dealer, well, guess what? Their damage is multiplied by 10 now, and they're also a healer. It changes everything. And the only way to get it is to get copies of the character. There's no other ways to earn it. If you don't farm in-game and only spend money, then getting a C6 character with all 6 constellations will cost you anything from around $1,000 to $2,000, depending on how lucky you are with the coin flip.
For a character, it's
There are some players out
crazy.
there who will do this for every single character. All right? Those players have a name. They're called whales. Any gacha game would gladly trade 1 million of their players for just 1,000 of these whales because of how much of a financial impact they have. But the problem here is that many times these whales cannot afford this. They just do it anyway. This brings us back to this failed engagement. On March 19th, 2025, a user made a post on the Am I Overreacting subreddit with the title, Am I Overreacting? My fiance spent $600 on gacha. They go on to say, my fiance spent $600 on a gacha game without asking. I flipped out and now his entire family are calling me abusive and encouraging him to call off the engagement. For context, I work 55 hours a week and he drives Uber during the day while I'm at work. We are paycheck to paycheck.
Dang.
As you can see, this post went
Also, it's him.
absolutely viral, and she set the record straight from the beginning. She's the breadwinner in this relationship, all right? She works 55 hours a week. He works whenever he can doing gig work. It definitely doesn't pay as much as she earns, that's for sure. She then posted these images with their texts, and this is when the incident took place. Let's read them. It starts off with her fiance saying, "Stop calling me." She then replies with, "We need to talk right now."
What do you mean, stop
Pick
calling
up
me?
now.
Don't you
The
live together?
fiancé then replies
I mean, I
with,
guess
"You're
not,
being fair
which
at
is
all.
the
I
right way.
explain my boundaries to you, but you are not respecting them. This is exactly what blank says is abusive about you." And then she said, "You spent $600 on our credit card on a fucking game?"
Whoa, okay.
He then said,
But like, so they live together. Cause like they have to live together if they have the same character card. Cause ain't no way I'm going to be engaged with somebody. We're not married yet, and we don't live together. And first of all, we're not gonna. But like, and we have joint cards. That's crazy. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. You do that once you you solidified it.
"I explained it already to you." And then she says, "600 for 2 virtual characters you don't need," without asking when we are paycheck to paycheck. That card was for emergencies with the Civic. And then this dude has the gall to reply with an image of Farina. Which
Oh
is one
my
of the limited
gosh.
characters available in Genshin Impact right now.
I mean, he doubled down.
This has to be made up, dude. He then says, You told me you wanted her too.
Nah,
but you
leave
weren't
him.
happy for me.
Or her, I don't know.
LMFAO. Actually, I'm done. I'm a 29-year-old man. I am allowed to make purchases without needing your permission.
Yeah, but
this is an
whose
abusive
money is it?
dynamic. Blank explained that very clearly to me. She then said, yes, I said I want Farina. I didn't say we should spend hundreds to get constellations. You are a fucking addict.
Okay, well, there's a lot of F-bombs in this. That's all I'm saying. But hold up. This is insane. So he got it for her? Actually, I'm done. I'm 29 years old, man. I'm allowed to make purchases. Yes, I said I wanted Farina, but I didn't say you can spend hundreds of dollars to get her. They share funds. This is crazy. Like, you're engaged. Why do you have a joint card? That is dumb. That is really dumb.
You already spent all our Christmas money on it. So as you saw, he didn't just pull for the character, he pulled for her constellations as well, which is completely optional. What does he reply to this? You are snooping into your fiancé's purchases. You should take a look at yourself.
That is crazy.
She then replies with a middle finger. She just straight up told him, go fuck yourself. Then said, this is a shared card that I set up for emergencies and you went behind
Why did you set it up?
Why don't you tell Blank about your gambling addiction to video game characters? Her room temperature IQ fiance replied with, actually, Blank told me all about your coercion? I guess he means coercion. And I believe you are a narcissist personality. That is why you are continuing to try and control me and control my financial decision making. You know this is my values, and I have had Farina as my wallpaper forever.
That is crazy. What the heck does that mean?
I refuse to be verbally abused for being myself.
Oh
I
my
am battling
gosh.
anxiety, and you do not care.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So Titan, this is something that I really want you to know. This is a Titan question. Nobody else answered this question. So do you think, I mean, you can answer the question if you want, but do you think all of the stuff that he just said is valid because he says, I am battling anxiety and you don't care at all? Is it valid? This man spent $600 on a card, a game, a character in the game, when they don't got the money. Okay? They don't got the money. He spent $600 in their joint account. First of all, I don't know why they have a joint account when they're not married, but on their joint account. It's Genshin. So this Genshin character right here. I don't know her name. What is her name? Felina, this chick. Right here. Yeah, right here. Right? So this guy spent $600. Him and his ex, or no, him and his, they might be exes now, but him and his girl, they have a joint card for emergencies. This man used it, spent $600 just to get this girl. Right? And she's like, oh, you're, it's not free hand. No. But she is getting mad at him, talking about, why are you using all this? And he said, wait, hold up. What did he say?
To use that as an personality. Temperature IQ fiance replied with, actually, Blank told me all about your coercion? I guess he means coercion. And I believe you are a narcissist personality. That is why you are continuing to try and control me and control my financial decision making. You know this is my values, and I have had Farina as my wallpaper forever. I refuse to be verbally abused for being myself. I am battling anxiety, and you do not care at all. I need to use...
Is what he... You thought I would justify it? No! I'm just asking. What do you think about that, Titan? What do you think about what he just said at the end right there? Do you think that that disregards everything that she just said? Because he said, right, he's tripping. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. This man is tripping. However, you see how he threw that in there? He just slid that in there. He said, I'm battling anxiety and you don't care at all. You see how he just threw that in there? Like, he just threw that in there. Like, He's like, hey, this means all that stuff that I did, don't get mad because of this. And this is why, right? This is why. No VTuber. Even though this man did not establish himself as a VTuber, I'm putting it all together.
Use that as an excuse. I need to go buy a Lamborghini right now with money I don't have, and if my mom confronts me, I'll be like, Mom, you know I've had a Lamborghini as my wallpaper like forever. Stop it. You're being controlling. You're a narcissist. This is insane. This dude's almost
Gacha
30.
games suck.
He then decides to impulsively end everything, saying this. I don't want to get married to you. I'm not talking on the phone. I emailed screenshots for my appointment tomorrow. Thank you for giving me horrible anxiety attack and ruining my night. And no, I didn't do a fucking thing with Farina yet because of your calls. Then she said, I will call Capital One and dispute the charge. Your account will be banned. This is true, by the way. If you spend money in Genshin Impact and you charge back, your account will have a negative balance. And if you don't bring it back to zero, then you'll get banned. What did he have to say to that? Try it, you will lose me forever. I'm going to Scottsdale for the night. Stop calling me for 12 hours and we can talk then.
If he don't want her, listen. Zura, you gotta chill out, bro. You gotta chill out. He's throwing her away. I mean, yeah, he's dumb, but it's like that was dumb of her too. They're just. He's dumber, but they're both dumb in this situation.
Good night. A few minutes later, he says this. Will you please answer my mom? Please. I apologize for my reaction. As I said, my anxiety is bad today and I have to do better. I love you. You don't need to dispute the charges. I will get you the money soon. Blank can spot me 600 tonight, so can you text him your Venmo? Anxiety really bad, blank, please.
What
now,
the
look,
heck?
Reddit is known to have a lot of fake posts, especially on subreddits like Am I the Asshole, with some of the craziest fan fiction you can imagine. But the thing is, here, with these screenshots, it's very hard to fake this. This dude is clearly a man-child, all right? It's clear that he's overly attached to his mother, okay? He has no voice. She decides everything for him, and the guy's almost beat the charge. His mom left me a voicemail saying that I gave him a panic attack and to give him space.
Oh my
I did
gosh.
text his drug-dealing friend to try and get the $600, but he left me on red. Also, he's currently online on Discord playing Genshin Impact at his mom's house. Hours later, she posts, update. Okay, I can't keep up with all the comments and messages I woke up to. I'm checking what I can. Thank you everyone for reading and telling me the truth. First, his family is very involved with his life for cultural reasons, but they have all demonized me since we met.
Cultural
His mom
reasons.
said I am never going to see him again because of the
Reasons.
way I treat him. I got her on the phone and told her the engagement was off, and she started screaming that it's already off, so I can't end it. He has blocked me, including on Discord, which makes me think he saw my post. As for the $600, I woke up to a Venmo from his sketchy friend. I paid off the card and locked it. I would love to have disputed the charge, but even if I did, it would just put his Genshin account into a negative balance. Then he would have time to spend more to fix it. I have no doubt he would find a way to get another $600 and keep the account. As much as I want to blow up his drug, I am afraid of how he would react if he lost it. And we don't have shared accounts, but I have let myself be taken advantage of. I see that I fucked up by saying it was our credit card.
Okay.
And he's not even a co-signer on the lease, so I'm screwed because he doesn't actually have to pay rent anymore. I think the craziest thing in all this is that she actually thought that she was overreacting. She actually had to make a post to verify with strangers, yo, am I in the right here? Am I making too much of a big deal?
It's
clear
crazy.
that this runs deeper, though. The mom of the fiancé is very fishy, and it seems that she's trying to control him to separate him from her so that she can reclaim him as her property. I mean, he moved in with her immediately, as if she was planning it. After a few more hours passed by, she confirmed to a commenter saying engagement is off. So their wedding is never gonna happen. Their engagement was cut short, and she is now single over a dude that can't control his spending on a video game. So much so that he stole her credit card from her purse when she wasn't looking, took her info, spent it, and then was shocked that she was shocked. Zero accountability. It's insane. But it happens more often than you think. Moist Critical actually made a video about this before me, okay? He was a bit faster than me, but there's a comment here that went through something similar, and it just shows that it's not an isolated incident. Like someone's ex-boyfriend spent $3,000 in 2 weeks on Genshin Impact right at the start. When confronted about it, he didn't just say that he was having an anxiety attack, he also added in a little bit more spice, saying that he's autistic. This eventually
A little
led
bit
him
more
to have
spice.
a financial crisis, and of course he blamed his girlfriend for that, which ruined their relationship. Guys, ultimately, gacha games can be fun. Anything can be fun, but in moderation. So if you're going to play one, be very careful with your spending. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I'll see you in the next video whenever that is, and I love you so much. Mwah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But the thing is, like, the thing that bugs me, right, is like when that right there, what he said, is reversed, everybody just falls. And they're like, oh, but yeah, that's the same thing that happened with WWE chick. If the roles were reversed, everybody would have just been like, oh, but well, you have to think like some people like, oh man, that it's insane. It's insane, man. Truly insane. I do not understand it. These things, like, these are just, I feel like people just start using them as just, like he said, some spice, just to get away with things, you know? People do this so much. Her for picking him, and him for, well, you know. It's insane. I feel like they might not be in America. Like how he was writing too just made me think like he might not be from America. I mean, it could be. I am starving right now.
In 2009, the U.S. Department of Justice released this special report titled Stalking Victimization in the United States, in which, during a 12-month period, they found that an estimated 3
On NASCAR merch?
million people
Dang, that's
aged
it?
18 or
For you, I
older
feel like that it would have been like 10K by now.
were victims of stalking. The CDC in 2022 then released a study that they conducted from 2016 to 2017 about the same topic. They claim that over 13.5 million people got stalked in that 1-year duration. That includes both male and female, as well as minors. This study helped show that stalking was a growing and very concerning problem, and it wasn't stopping anytime soon. Now, according to the United States Department of Justice, stalking is classified as a crime in all 50 states in the United States. And while the definition of stalking is well laid out here, saying that it generally involves repeated visual or physical proximity, non-consensual communication, and verbal, written, or implied threats, the process for a victim to prosecute their aggressor is extremely vague, very hard, and very expensive. And the worst part is, even after you prosecute, the results will be way less than satisfactory. And that grim reality isn't just for the average normal person. A good example of that is what happened with Ariana Grande and an absolute crazy unhinged stalker. He had made nearly 100 visits to her mansion and even brought a deadly weapon on one occasion.
Oh,
this
dang.
was all after she had placed a restraining order on him. Just think about this for a second, okay? Almost 100 visits under a restraining order. That's insane. On January 2024, very recently,
You see, this is why she can't be a singer,
in a
Zara.
state prison for 3 years and 8 months. And unfortunately, it's not too hard to guess what he's going to do as soon as he gets out of state prison in 2027. That's the reality of having to deal with a stalker. And unfortunately for the VTuber Camilla, this is a reality she had to live through very recently. You see, not only was there a stalker she had no idea about that was after her, but as she was streaming, he had showed up to her house with a sledgehammer and tried to destroy her bedroom window.
Oh
she had to run to
my
her mother,
gosh.
and they had to hide until the police came to her house. Make no mistake, this is a nightmare scenario. But how could a VTuber
Yo,
so conscious about
that video, that game, I don't know if you guys watched Corey Kenshin, but he played a game where something like that happened. Crazy.
privacy, so careful with her personal information, get a stalker that found her address? Well, it turns out that he used a tracking device in one of the most unexpected and dirtiest ways possible. Let's talk about it. I love good character designs. Oh my god. This one goes out to my female viewers. But you know what I love even more?
That's a clean
good
design.
Story and awesome gameplay. This is
But
where
after what Titan showed me about Texas,
the 200 free pulls. Thank you so
so much, Ash Echoes, for sponsoring this 100 free polls. Thank you so much, Ash.
I know you'd find a workflow.
Echoes for sponsoring this video. So as I mentioned, Camilla is a VTuber. She started gaining a lot of traction back in 2022 and has been streaming ever since. And today, she is well known among the VTubing sphere, being part of a larger friend group that has some of the most successful VTubers in the industry. Now look, people become VTubers mostly for two reasons. The first one is privacy. You don't have to show your real face at all, and yet you can still show expressions to your audience watching you. That's why many VTubers are very reluctant to share personal information, because they value their privacy. The second reason can be more attributed to the fact that it's just cooler to not be yourself. This can be seen in the fact that many VTubers have lore or a backstory. Like, oh my god, look, this VTuber is a descendant of like some ancient dragon or something. Or, oh my god, look, no wonder she farts so much, she's the reincarnation of the goddess of farts. Or something, I don't know. That's usually how VTuber backstories go. While VTubers do value privacy a lot, it doesn't mean that it's all cut and dry. This is where things get tricky. Fan meetups. There's a lot of fans out there that are interested in meeting their favorite VTuber.
Yeah, how does
a VTuber so centric on privacy meet up with their fans? Well, there's two ways, okay? And the first one is fairly creative. It involves the fan meeting up, well, with the VTuber, right? As you can see, there's a camera right here, so the VTuber can see the fan reacting and interacting, and the fan, just like when they're watching
That's
streams,
the weirdest
can see
thing.
the VTuber reacting as well to everything going
It'd be
on.
dope
Now, obviously,
if holograms existed. If it was like a hologram, that'd be fire. But like a screen I'm looking at, nah.
This isn't everyone's cup of tea.
Nah.
I would say like only the biggest VTuber fans would be into this kind of stuff. But
Yeah, 100%.
hey, it's something for someone who's so privacy centric, or for someone who literally cannot make it due to health reasons, like Iron Mouse. The second way, though, is saying, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the convention anyway. And that's actually what a lot of VTubers end up doing, especially for TwitchCon, because not only do they get to meet their fans, they also get to meet their fellow streamer friends. They'll typically wear a mask so that they hide most of their facial features if someone else is streaming or taking a picture they're not aware of. And in pictures they're aware of being in, they'll still blur their face or add an emoji censoring it or whatever. Camilla actually falls in that category. She would rather go to the convention to see her fans face to face, hug them, interact with them, talk to them, than to see them from a screen.
Why the heck did she do that?
Of how she would hug fans, for example, and they'd be shaking from excitement, or how she would receive some of the cutest handmade gifts in person.
So they know what she looks like.
Unfortunately for her, it was one of those fan interactions that ruined everything. That was the day where she had no idea that she had met her stalker and that he had placed a tracking device on something that she could have never imagined. The stalker would bide his time, and he wouldn't strike immediately.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was only on November 2nd, 2024, while she was streaming, that he decided to make his move and completely impede on her privacy. This is the moment where it all happened. Watch.
Elena's is so cute too. Oh my god, look at her little like.
That was the stalker. And the very loud
Oh my
sound,
gosh.
that was his sledgehammer. After she got up and muted the microphone to check up on the noise, the stream suddenly ended.
Oh
now, obviously,
my
everyone
gosh.
was extremely worried. This is when she would
Oh my gosh. Like Blade Runner? Because she wanted to? No, I know, but like, I know, I know that they were in a mask to cover half of their face, but like, usually, like, you don't know what they look like at all. But if you just wear a mask, I won't see your face, but I'll still see generally what, like, you know, you look like. Which is interesting. Because usually the VTubers that I've been seeing these things on are terrified to even, like, be shown at all. So that's what I just assumed they were all like. But I guess not. I know. What did he put the tracker on? I want to know.
tweet out an update saying this. Someone during the evil stream yesterday knocked on my window and then went away, so I assumed it was nothing, but turns out it wasn't nothing because someone tried breaking into my home during my stream just now. So the day before, she was collabing with another streamer. She wasn't actually streaming herself. She heard a knock on the window and she assumed it was nothing because she looked at her camera feed and saw that there was no one there. But no, as she saw the next day, someone was there and they had a sledgehammer. Now look at this. Someone replied with, "I'm so sorry that happened. Install extra locks and have extra cameras around the house really helped me after we got broken in ourselves. Hope this would never happen again to you." Camilla replies with, "We have every defense mechanism you can think of. Motion detectors, strong windows, really loud alarms, panic button, and weapons. Just unfortunate still." So she was well prepared.
Dang,
right?
she was ready for a war.
Her off guard. That's how it works. You can prepare for the worst all you want, but when it happens, it's not going to make it any less shocking. It's a very rough reality. She then tweeted this. "The cops have already dealt with him. We are okay. W to the panic button on my desk." So now the cops were involved. Then she said this. "We finished talking to the officer. Considering the person only ever interacted was when I was live makes him believe it was a stalker. He also said the guy kept repeating, 'She's my friend, it's okay.' So it seems that when a stalker is caught, he'll always go
You
for
see,
the
Brian?
excuse,
Listen.
"Oh, don't worry."
You see? Listen. This is why I say no VTubing, right? Maybe some bodysuit that connect to PC. What? Yo. Say hello to my little friend. Okay, I got that reference at least. Come on, I got that reference. But yo. What? She's my friend. No. We know each other. What?
He's just a friend. But buddy, you showed up with a sledgehammer. What are you talking about? A friend? Get the hell
It was
out
a
of here. You
prank.
had a sledgehammer
It was
and
a
tried
prank.
to break her window, you idiot. Oh my god. The biggest shock came a couple of days later when she tweeted out a crazy revelation saying, "So, hey VTubers,
Listen, Brian. Listen. Put that thumbs down away. I mean, that thumbs up away. Listen. It's kind of like this. Let's say you're out with a girl, right? And she steps on somebody's shoes. Right? And then says, "Oops," without apologizing. She just says, "Oops," and walks away. And then now this guy wants to fight. And she looks at me like, "Oh, look. That is how I imagine this is happening." You know what I mean? She's putting herself in a situation. And obviously, like, you know, this is not like, I'm not saying it's her fault or anything like that. Obviously, let me throw that away before people are like, "Oh, you're just saying that she deserved." No, I never said she deserved nothing. But I didn't need to protect her if she just didn't get herself in that situation. First of all, I thought VTubers didn't show themselves to nobody. And now she go out. "I just want to see," like people were talking about they want to see me, and man, I just wanted to go see them. And I put my water bottle down to give some people some hugs and stuff. And then I guess he put the tracker on my water bottle. What? And then now we just sleeping, you know, late night, or she's streaming, whatever. And then I'm like, what the heck? And then we see him outside, right? Call the cops or whatever, and then they grab him. And then, "Oh, no, we know each other. You remember me? You hugged me at the What? Nah. I'm be like, what? What did he say? He be like, well, I was hugging people, and I guess Nah, I'm good. Skedaddle? Yeah. Get up out of here. It's crazy. Sometimes buff make points. You do seem like the kind of guy. Like, it's like listen, this is what would happen. Cause I don't even like to go to parties and stuff like that. Like, this is what will happen. So you're a bad person? Nah. This is gonna happen. Listen. Let's say I bring a girl somewhere, right? Let's say I drove her to this party and we're there. And she does what I just said. She steps on somebody's shoes, says oops without apologizing, and then now I get into this altercation with this guy. You know what I'm going to do? As soon as whatever happens ends, I'm putting her in the car. I'm driving her home. She's never seeing me ever again. She's never seeing me ever again. Because people are crazy. That could have been my last time alive because she want to play games. If I didn't bring her there, if she got here by herself, let's say her sister or whatever, and she does that and she looks back at me, I'm going outside, getting in my car, and I'm going home. And she's never seeing me again. Listen, protection, if I were to protect somebody, that's if, like, let's say she were to apologize or whatever, or she would to accidentally bump into somebody, and then we're out, let's say he's drunk or something, and then he just goes crazy, and then, you know, that is a sense of, okay, right? This is something that happened out of the blue, you know, and I'm trying to, and I gotta jump in and help out. But if this is something that she did, like just casually, and just expecting me to do something, nah, I'm good. I'm okay. So with the whole VTuber thing, let's bring it back full circle. She went to a convention, bri, and he done put a tracker on her backpack. I don't know what it was because he doesn't say yet. Does that mean she's never going to go to a convention again? I doubt it. She's probably going to go to another convention. Maybe be more protective or whatever, but it don't matter. Let's say she go out and she goes to like some place or whatever. He already knows what she looked like now, so he be all right. He be like, look at her over there at the airport, all the way down there. I see her. She don't see me though. I see her. And then you know when they like he's gonna walk by, her purse will be right there. He just sort of put like a little thing. And first of all, Bri, at this time he knows where we live now. We can't stay here. No, he knows where we live. All right, guys, what's going on? Been a minute. How you doing?
Sure, you guys are checking convention gifts for tracking devices before taking them home with you.
Oh, so he gave her like a little thing. Hello, how are you? I'm doing all right. No complaints. Pretty interesting day today, but you know, no complaints. So he gave her like a little stuff like plushie type thing and put a tracker in it. Oh, that's crazy. You see, this is the thing. This is why. Listen. I never accept. Like food gifts unless I know you. You hear me, Brian? When people, like, if somebody were to buy me something, like when people buy me things like that are food, it cannot have been from you. Listen. I love all you guys. You guys are awesome. We cool. We like these. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. There are some people that be around that not like these. I be reading your comments. So there ain't no way you gonna come up out of nowhere and send. First of all, I don't even eat food from people that I know like that. Like, remember I told you shortcake, cheesecake. No, shortcake. Remember when I told you she made me a pie? Listen, the only reason why I ate the pie was because, like I said, I randomly offhandedly said, you should make me a pie. And then she was like, okay. And then got the ingredients and made it. That's why I ate it. I didn't eat all of it because I couldn't. It was terrible. Like, I mean, I couldn't, like, I would have been a goner if I completed that. Right? So I ate it and I was like, okay. The only reason I did that, because I felt like I had to, because she made it for me. But I'm telling you guys this right now before you even think about it. If you ever meet me, see me somewhere, W shortcake for real. But if you ever meet me, see me somewhere, don't you dare bring me some food to eat. Unless we like these, you know, like I gotta know you a little bit more. before you just start sending me food. People like, no, no, please don't do it, cause I can't. I don't even eat food at some restaurants when I walk in and I'm like, yeah, nah. What? And now I don't even know how your whole situation is. Nah, I can't. Was it bad, Bri? Listen, she will never know how bad it was. Because when I ate it, I was like, wow, okay. This is what I said. I was like, okay, all right. Better than I thought it would be. Okay. But the thing is, that was not true. Because I didn't know it could be like this. Because listen, when I ate it, first of all, it was what kind of pie was it? I don't remember what kind of pie it was. Pumpkin, cherry. It was some type of, Bri, when I tell you what I ate didn't even taste like, it didn't taste like it didn't taste like none I've eaten before, Bri. When I tell you, but I told her, and listen, I shouldn't have lied, but I did tell her. She gotta do a little bit, you know. Listen, this is her. I said this is not bad for your first attempt, right? But she gotta do more. You know what I mean? So I left it up there. And the thing is, she never tried it. So when I ate it, right, I said, did you try this? And then she said, no. And I was like, oh. And I said, here, try some. And she ate it and she's like, oh. And I was like, yeah. But this is your first attempt. You got some room to grow. You know what I'm saying? But she took it to the chin, and it was cool, and it was nice, and it didn't affect nothing, you know. Need some more apples with, man, Bri needed some more pie. Bri needed some more pie, because that was not pie. It looked like it. It may have even smelled like it, but it was not it. It was not it. So yeah, don't give me no food. Don't give me no food. And now, after what she just said, every time I get like a plushie type gift, I have to look inside. Yeah, but listen, if I see any sewed seams, I gotta like check. I gotta like put like a metal detector on it or something. before I even get to my house, I'm gonna be out. I'm like, I got a good amount of gifts from, like, you know, the P.O. box. I'm like, all right. Wait, can you even put trackers in the P.O. box? I don't know, but you might. Now I gotta, All right, let me stop by. Let me stop by one of these places just so I can check. You know what I mean? I know none of y'all would do anything like that, but you know, sometimes, you know, stuff sleeps through the cracks, you know. Chelsea has a one shotter. First of all, I remember seeing like maybe 3 episodes of Chowder in my life.
To answer more questions, he is arrested. He admitted to planting a device in a gift he gave me. I will share more about what exactly happened on stream. A family member will be escorted with an officer into the house at some point to give my giant container of gifts to give to the police. I am not home, and I do not plan on returning home for a little.
Good on you.
A temporary pewter to stream for the time being. So yeah, crazy.
Good on you.
Right? A tracking device in a gift that she was given in a convention. Something she thought was heartwarming ended up being her worst nightmare. This made a huge impact in the VTubing scene, and now everyone will be very, very careful on what they end up accepting at conventions, which is unfortunate, right? But all it takes is one terrible person to ruin a good thing for everyone. That's exactly what just happened here. Camilla then went live from a different location to tell her community about what exactly happened and update them on the situation. She said that the stalker showed up with a sledgehammer, tried to break into her house. She then pressed the panic button on her desk, which notifies the police, and went into hiding with her mother. They hid in a room, and they had a weapon. She had a gun, and yet they were still terrified.
Oh my God! Where she live at? Who? Like, I feel like, I mean, that was like, she probably, I don't know, bro. Like, gosh, she got a panic button instantly. As soon as she pressed this button, cops are coming. She had a piece at the crib. And she said mom, so I guess she like her mom, like she's only has her mom. Gosh. Okay. All right, man. Wow.
Arrested the stalker and spoke to her briefly because she was packing her bags and telling her family that they have to leave. She gave her number to the officer and he updated her. The stalker had admitted to putting a tracking device into one of her gifts. She said that while it breaks her heart, she's not going to be able to accept any gifts moving forward. She's also not going to do any fan meetups moving forward as well.
Yeah.
At some point, she also broke down crying because this home meant a lot to her. She had built it from the ground up with her family and it was their dream home, and now it's ruined. She doesn't know if the stalker told his friends about her address or if that's the only gift with a tracker. She can never feel safe there again.
You see, Bri?
And even though it's her and her
You see, Bri? You will protect her. We gotta move. We gotta move now. That's crazy. Oh man.
family's dream home, she has to move now, and she's not going to say where. She was open about living in the state of Arizona, but she's not even going to reveal the state she's moving to, which is, of course, a good thing. She shouldn't. But what's really weird here is that in the beginning of that stream where she was explaining all the details of the break-in, while talking, her phone all of a sudden started revealing her location unprompted. She screamed so that no one could hear it. It's going to be pretty loud, so brace, but watch.
So I encourage any other streamer and VTuber to please invest in that kind of stuff. If you have the money, it's very worth it.
What the frick? What setting is that? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What setting is that? Her phone just instantly starting to say, hold up. I'm about to mute the mic real fast. Because I want to test this. I want to test. Like, if I say, hold up. Hold up. No, I'm not going to say it. I was going to say, if I were to ask the phone person, where am I now? Would it tell me you are at this? That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Why did my iPhone just try to read out my location? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did you do that, phone?
So look, I have an iPhone. Sometimes when I say the word seriously, Siri just starts yapping to me for no reason. But this is obviously ridiculous, right? For Siri to just straight up say her location, her new location, the one she went to after leaving her home, that's crazy. Now, some people have commented that some trackers can break into smartphones and act as another form of a tracker via Wi-Fi or hotspot and can activate Siri for the iPhone. This person commenting had their ex do that to them with a broken AirTag by a virus. So first
This is
off,
crazy,
really
bro.
I had no idea someone could do that. And second, I really hope that's not what's happening to Camilla right now. But it sure as hell is very
Time to get a new phone.
to
You see, Bri?
act up like this. But one thing is for certain, Camilla
You'll protect her. Now her phone is compromised. We gotta throw the phone away. She gotta get a new phone. We gotta get a new house. Just cause she wanted to be a YouTuber. This is crazy, man. Swearing and not worrying about her safety. I mean, honestly, that was a bit much. That was a bit much, to be honest.
has been scarred for life now, and there are still many questions we don't have answers to. Like, did the stalker tell anyone else about her address, about what he's about to do? How many other VTubers are victims of this without knowing it? Actually, you know what? I don't want answers to these questions because they'll just creep me out even more. I just hope that she can stay safe and that the move to a different place won't be too hard. It really sucks that she had to give up her family dream home just because of one creep though. And I hope that he gets the consequences that he deserves. Guys, please be safe out there, okay? And I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. Love you so much. Mwah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. People are something else, man. People are truly something else.
Twitter is an absolute cesspool of a website. I think we can all agree on that. But like any other website, it does have an algorithm that tries to find what interests you and pushes it right in your face to make you stay
Oh crap!
there longer.
What?
Now, yes,
I forgot.
follow a bunch of VTubers. They follow me back. It assumes that I'm interested in VTubers. And you know what? I am. I mean, clearly. Just look at my channel. And thanks to this algorithm, sometimes it'll feel like a coliseum, where I'll scroll down on my feed and see two VTubers I've never heard of fight to the death over accusations. Most of the time, it's very trivial things that can be ignored. But sometimes there are some ridiculous controversies, and that's exactly what happened in this situation. This involves a partnered streamer with almost 40,000 followers. And unlike a lot of my other videos, there's no need to be neutral here at all because this person's actions are unjustifiable. It's impossible to defend her. She's terrible. But it wasn't just Baybub, it was also her friends, including but not limited to another partnered streamer by the name of Antan, who is equally, if not more, terrible. This is the standard internet villain story. Two very unlikable people did something bad, they tried to double down on it, and eventually only apologized because they felt forced to. It's hilariously bad, so let's get right into it. So typically, when a Twitch partner gets banned, the automated account by the name of Streamer Bans will let everyone know about it. This is exactly what happened on August 10th, 2024. Baybub got banned for the first time on Twitch. But this isn't how the majority of people found out about her being banned. Now, yes, she had made a post saying, I got banned on Twitch for 7 days for things I did not do. A small Dead by Daylight creator got very hostile towards me and my friends who played against him, and he nitpicked lines and made it all that I said it. I'm with my family right now, so I will appeal and get more into this later. The thread does go on and we'll get to it, but most people still didn't find out about this through this tweet. They found out about it by someone quote tweeting this with exactly what she did to the smaller streamer.
Okay.
This was the tweet that most people aware of this saw in their Twitter feed by Spookin' Jukes, quote tweeting that tweet we just saw from Bub and saying, you deserve to be banned. You and Antan Desu are both Twitch partners, and you, along with your friends, shamed a streamer with 700 followers because you lost a match of Dead by Daylight. You also pulled up his stream while live and all harassed him in his chat. Pathetic.
Oh, you see?
Clip, 1 minute 2022.
All right, let's listen to this.
In it, you'll see exactly why she got banned and exactly why she was getting so much hate. Watch, it's crazy.
4K hours and they're streaming this gameplay, bro. I'm so sure nobody is gonna get entertained by this.
They're a streamer?
Yep.
I'ma go annoy them. Of course he's a white man.
I wanna see the chat. I wanna see
This
the chat.
guy.
Hold on, let's see. Why are we being so sad?
We did not hump anyone this match.
Why you sit on
I'm gonna put the
single
ball out. You can
gen?
check it yourself. Why you sit on single gen? There were 3 fucking gens left on the map. 1 gen was 99. The sheer amount of viewers and streaming and you people like this, man. I did not hump a single person. Can you clip me? Link the clip where I hump. Link it.
I'm gonna close their tab. It's not fun. This guy is whining like a little bitch and does not want to admit anything they're doing.
That's small behavior.
Oh my gosh.
That happens. That's why you only have 18 viewers.
Yeah, true. It's two partnered streamers in a single chat. It's too much for him to handle, unfortunately.
You open his stream, the first thing you say is like, oh, of course it's a white guy. I'm like, what?
Dumbo fucking looking white man. Like, it wasn't racist. I just, you know, he looks very privileged. And he uses, the way he talks,
It wasn't racist.
tells a lot about how much privilege he has. Pre-pubescent white boy.
I said that his penis is very small.
What a bunch of wholesome people, right?
Yeah. So, Bri. No VTubing. She just sitting there playing her little whatever. She just this random chick come out of nowhere and start spitting. She's like, nah.
Let's get into this mess. So look, Dead by Daylight's a very popular game. I'm sure you know how it works. Just in case you don't,
I heard it
there's
before,
4
but
players trying to avoid a killer, right?
Mhm.
The quote-unquote smaller streamer, Napnide, is the killer, and he's after Bub and her 3 friends.
Okay.
He quite literally wiped the floor with them, okay? He absolutely destroyed them. And additionally, they were accusing him of humping them, which is the equivalent of something like teabagging in games like Halo or Call of Duty. It's seen as toxic. So they went to his stream.
Appreciate it, Titan. Wow.
I mean, you know,
this is the first time Titan, like, you know, really agreed with me. Wow. Wow. Appreciate it, man.
There's no other way to say it. Harass him. They started typing in his chat. They started saying very mean things that we'll get into later. But I mean, honestly, what they just said on stream was insane. Like, the first thing you say is, of course he's a white guy. Like, what? This was, of course, said by Antan, who is the other partner streamer in this equation.
It's crazy because how is that not racist?
So first thing she says,
because if
is
anybody,
something about
if you
his
say
skin
any
color,
other
and
race,
says he is privileged just from the tone of his voice, whatever the hell that means.
it's kind of racist.
Hell that means. Then making fun of his view count, saying that, oh, him seeing 2 partnered badges in chat made him too stressed out, it seems. Which is so ironic because that actually sounds like something a privileged person would say, right? The whole thing was done in
Can you do fan art of my character?
Taste, and that's not how a partner streamer should be at all. It goes against TOS on Twitch. Not only does harassment go against TOS, but also as a streamer, especially a partnered streamer,
when you
talk
let it drop
badly about another streamer on the platform, you also face special consequences, like maybe a longer ban. So their reasoning was he was being toxic. He was humping them after killing them, which is why they were so mean to him. But Spook and Jukes also included this reply showing that actually this was all fabricated. There was no humping at all. Watch. So here's the killer.
And then you do that.
And they're saying that was humping.
What? Then you hump me, okay. What?
And this is his point of view. This is him. He was just trying to pick her up. She was crawling and he was just trying to pick her up. That's humping. That's like the equivalent of teabagging. In what world? I don't know.
Wow.
So this leads us back to Baybub's tweet, which was her saying, oh, no. What I said was out of context. I'm being harassed. This is a hate campaign against me. By the way, she got community noted if you didn't notice. Bub the Law was caught on clips harassing the other streamer and also using racist remarks of course, it's a white man. Linking the clip we saw from Spook and Jukes. I do want to quickly point out that the community note is wrong here. The person who said, of course it's a white man, was Antan, not Baybub, but everything else is correct. Baybub then continues. As soon as the game was over, me and my friends moved on, but this person kept talking about me, making up things I don't understand.
Who's my favorite OC?
Why am I being punished for something where
oh,
I'm not
yeah.
wrong?
Which
wrong and unfair
which one of my
support.
OCs is your favorite?
With my
Zero.
point of view tomorrow. Yet another community note shows up here saying Bub is deliberately lying. They were talking about him in the next games as well, linking the same clip. And I think this is referencing how even after the game ended, in the end game screen, they were still talking about him. Then Baybub said, person who claims I said the quoted below are not right. Certain cited things were never said by any of my friends. I did say only he has probably small dick by sitting on a single generator, or that he seems like an asshole, but that is the only things that came out of my mouth. As you can see, the accusations here are that she and her friends said all these things. There's a lot of things here that I personally have not heard from the clips that were shared, so some things might be exaggerated, but honestly at this point, they don't have to be exaggerated because what I've heard already is enough to deem her a terrible person. Then she says, I would like to also say that this person, and just so you know, when she says person here, she means the person she harassed. She says, this person kept encouraging their audience to come over to my stream to report me and making allegations that I sent army from my stream
Pinocchio?
to his chat, which is a lie. The only people who came to his chat was Xim, Antan, and then after 2 minutes, myself. Again, dude, it's like you harass someone, you were mean to them.
She's
Honestly,
here somewhere, right?
If he actually told his audience to go report you, he's in the right. Let's just make that one clear. Then she continues, also kind of funny that this person suddenly is hiding their VODs private and subs only. Surely they have nothing to hide in this VOD. Why would they make VODs private otherwise? As of August 23rd, they're not. Hers are though. I wonder why.
One last thing, though this wrongful ban from that person, I don't support or encourage people in going after the person that got me banned. Yeah, it's upsetting, but I don't want you guys going hunting them down or wish them death threat. This will get resolved. If not, we meet again in 7 days.
Okay.
So yeah, the classic don't harass them, guys, even though that's literally what you did to get banned. This is so ironic, dude. It's so stupid. And of course, I don't think there's a single reply here that is siding with her, okay? There's not a single one. Everyone is against her, saying, no, we caught you in 4K. There's no way you actually stand by this. Like, actually crazy. And on the post from the streamer bans account saying that Baybub got banned, you can see her partnered streamer friend Antan saying totally not deserved. One idiot encouraged his viewers to mass report her for a game is such a joke. Again, really not making it better for her or
I miss
for her
Brandy.
friend. And then added, totally unfair to see Twitch support siding with someone who is lying about everything and still get punished for speaking back. Free my girl, she's all I have, what the f***. So both Antan and Baybub were doubling down on this, even though we had clips. Like, we heard everything, we saw everything. The dude didn't do anything. He's just a smaller streamer who is better than you at a video game. They still were doubling down here. And now everyone caught wind of this, right?
I definitely
Many
need
drama
to
channels were
start.
talking about it in VTubing circles.
I was planning on it, but I need to work on the setup of doing like some gaming stream.
The streamer who was harassed in this situation.
But there's a game that I really want to play, but I don't know if it's like interesting enough for you guys, for like to make like a stream about it or like a video about it. But it's it's like a fun game. But I don't think it'd be entertaining to watch.
Replying to Baybub's initial tweet, saying this. Giving my 2 notes about this, since I am again getting messages, follows, and join requests of your viewers on my server, I just want to be left alone, just like I wanted to be left alone then. Victimizing yourself and twisting the truth here is not doing any good. At the end of the day, you came to my stream while viewing it in yours when I said, good games, well played, and told that you guys were very good at the game and gave me quite a tough match. Your co-streamers also mentioned that they want to come and annoy me in your live stream beforehand. You quickly joined her in my chat with malicious intents.
Oh, there's Brandy. You summoned her.
Hours after matching up with me while you hyped her. All this just because you lost in a video game. So I should mention here, I didn't see this clip, but if he's talking about it, he has no reason to lie, right? That's insane to actually say that over a game on Twitch as a partnered stream. That's fucking crazy to me. Anyway, he continues. Your point of view and all the stuff
what
I
game?
mentioned was sent to Twitch.
It's called
You cutting these parts out of it and resending
Manor
it to Twitch
Lords.
doesn't change anything. I would suggest you take the 7-day ban and try to remember good etiquette next time you are streaming without making fun of smaller streamers and their skin color, accent, penis size, how they look, nor come to their chat to shame them for just starting out on Twitch. Do better, all the best. Now, feel free to watch my point of view of the match and see for yourself how polite I was during the whole time.
Oh, he cool with it. He's smooth with it. He's actually banking off of this. He's like, you know what? Let me milk it for all I can. You feel me? That's what he's doing. I'm telling you. It's funny because it's like, I mean, he obviously didn't need to say anything, but by doing this and stuff, I bet he got a whole bunch of new followers.
It is just a video.
What's that game? It's a game about like, hold up, I want to show you like a little, I'll show you like a little something about it. Hold up, give me a second. It's just like a game where you make your own like world, kind of like manner, like you fight, you defend. Hold up, let me see. Let me see if I can find like a little. Can I do like a trailer? Yeah. Okay. So you can build your own like world. You can have like battles and everything. It's really cool. See? You can build it, start it up from nothing. And then claiming new pieces of land. What am I working on? Well, I was just working on random stuff. I feel like I kind of got carried away watching these videos. Like, look at this. It's really fun. It's really fun. Gonna have markets and everything. There's another game that I really wanted to play, but it's like, it's first person, and it's like there's no big issue with first person games, but like when it's like something, because the game is similar to this kind of, but it's first person, which sucks. You see, you can put the armies together and it's so cool. It's so cool. But yeah, so this is what the game is. Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool game.
Video game, nothing justifies your behavior here. I can confirm this because I watched Nap's point of view. He was very polite. There was no weird behavior from him. He was just.
And now I'm just playing around with like drawing heads.
This clip of them saying that he should get, normally I would have actually watched the VODs of both Antan and Babub to find that clip in particular, but they have both set their VODs to subscribers only, which means I have to pay money to watch them. I am not about to give them a fucking dime, bro. There's no way I'm giving them a cent. So you know what? I'm gonna take Nap's word for it. The fact that they said that is insane. Additionally, we have a screenshot here that shows us some of the things that Babub said in Nap Knight's chat. Like, for example, sorry, we didn't mean to bring more viewers over. You clearly aren't worth it. Become a better person. And you can even see, I think, one of Babub's friends, Simco, saying, it's just us three from the game, nobody else is here, indicating that this is a dead stream and that this person shouldn't even be streaming. They're a waste of space, right? The person who tweeted this, these message logs, got blocked by Antan immediately, which should say a lot. Now, to everyone's surprise, Streamer Bands did another tweet that said Twitch partner Babub has been unbanned after 2 days, 2 hours and 14 minutes. This means that the ban appeal she had sent Twitch worked out. Twitch saw her as innocent, which is ridiculous. The entire reply section was against this, some saying that she should be banned permanently. It was a very unpopular decision from Twitch. But Babub was celebrating like nothing had happened, trying to move on from this like she was really the victim. Again, her replies painted a very different picture, with everyone saying that Twitch really screwed up here and that she shouldn't be on the platform. She streamed a couple of times after being unbanned, and of course, a lot of people were criticizing her in her chat. So eventually, on August 15th, 3 days after being unbanned, she made this tweet saying, I will be taking a few days off. I am not a drama frog, but certain people love milking things. Believe what you want to believe. I will not stop you, but there is always other side of the coin. I'm sorry to whoever my actions caused harm, even though it wasn't meant with hostility. And again, dude, I think this might be the most community noted person I've ever seen in a video of mine. Like, another community note says, Bub is trying to downplay her harassment and racist remarks that she and her friend Antan Desu caused towards a smaller streamer due to them losing a match in Dead by Daylight against the other party. Again, linking the clip of them being very weird towards Nap Night. Babub then replies to this tweet with another bigger statement. This is a Discord post she made in her server saying, I won't tag at everyone. If you feel like reading this, go ahead. You may have seen the tweet targeted at my side. It is clear a certain person we won't name is holding strong personal grudge against me. It is really sad to see, even more sad that a lot of things are twisted and clips are taken out of context to make me look the worst. Nope, they really don't have to be taken out of context to make you look bad. You did it yourself. She continues, I'm not saying I'm innocent in the whole matter. Certain things were said mainly by my friends and I could have and should have stopped them.
Certain people in this world are more sensitive to some stuff being said, even though they are harmless, but that is how things are. Again, she's now tripling down on the fact that she did nothing wrong.
Have I been playing it? No, I really want to. But the thing is, like, I don't have time. You know, I don't have time to really, because it's like a really big thing, which is why I wanted to see if I can find a way to, you know, play it on stream and stuff, or play it, like, make videos on it. But then I'm just thinking, like, I'd have to make a whole different channel for that. And then first I'd have to find out how I'm going to do it, because I might have to get a capture card or something. Just a whole bunch of craziness. You have 10 procrastinate. You're right.
Not good with these situations. It is not good for anyone's mental. I will not be interacting with the said post because that is pretty much what those people want. I had said my side of the story, and out due respect of the other party, I did not ever include any clips to stain their reputation or make it seem like I'm targeting them / harassing them, even though the evidence is clear in there. She has to be schizophrenic at this point, right? Like, there's no way she's doing this and thinking it's a good idea. What is she talking about? What clips could she possibly find of Napnight that make him look bad at this situation? There are none.
I'm not changing it. I'm just trying something, because I'm trying to find a way to get different quote-unquote styles to look nice together on, like, on a page, you know. I procrastinate on drawing by playing video games. Yeah, you procrastinate on playing video games by drawing.
More, for the very last time, I never sent anyone to target the said individual. You didn't have to, because you sent yourself to his chat to target him, as well as your friends, so this doesn't make any sense to include. She continues, however, as of current time, it is clear this person won't stop until I'm stomped completely to the ground, and they even went the length to report some of my sub-emotes to get them taken down, showing them. I never said go after them being Napnight, because there's nothing I hate more than bullying. Oh my god, dude. This is insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she continues. However, as of now, I am the one who is getting attacked and forced to take the blame for everything, even things that did not come out of my mouth, cornered and stained and pointed fingers out. It is not very healthy for me to continue streaming with the current situation. My content does not resonate around drama, and if you watch me or even tuned in, you are well aware what kind of person I am. Because situation is as it is, I feel I cannot even defend myself because it will just look like I'm making excuses, so I will just disappear if that is what people really want. If it makes the world a better place, then be it. I just really like injustice like this because I really feel wronged. Love you guys. So look, it's clear English is not a first
Yeah, that's what I was about
language.
to say.
I feel like Google Translate would have done a better job, especially with that last sentence, but she's pretty much saying she hates injustice and she feels wrong. She's being framed. She's being attacked for no reason other than just existing and being a wholesome streamer. And man, a tear is running down my cheek right now. But this is delusion to the highest level. It's insane. But that delusion did not last, because 2 days after posting this on August 17th, she finally came out with an apology with 1,000 replies. Yeah, of course, this is controversial. Here's what she had to say about this. I want to start off by sincerely apologizing to Napnight. Wow, took you a while. Finally. As a streamer and the one broadcasting the content, I'm responsible for the guest I invite to my broadcast, and of course for the way I react to what is being said.
be it idle, going along with it, as were in this case, or taking appropriate measures to prevent or stop the harmful situation, which was the right course of action I was expected to take, but did not. The insult I referred to you as was uncalled for, and in the heat of the moment of the accumulated frustration from previous matches that I ended up wrongly taking out on you. As a partnered streamer, I meant to help, support, and encourage other creators, and be someone they can look up to, especially to be in control of my emotions and how I act upon them. However, I was far from being such a person.
So Brandy, how have you been?
In my content, I have always put emphasis on creating a safe space and being a comfort zone to others, which is definitely not what I displayed there. I have let all of you down by avoiding the importance of the matter and the immoral behavior I showed in the recent days. Every time I find a new game to stream, I get very passionate about it. Dead by Daylight is a hidden gem I discovered a few months back. It is a game I'm very fond of playing and I like to get better at it. The way I reacted to the situation with lack of sportsmanship and wrongful conduct takes the joy away from the game to others. I would like to apologize to my community and my supporters. I'm thankful to the people who see the good in me through this mistake. And then she ends it by saying, it is now clear to me that the harsh statements that were said were hurtful and not deserved towards him. In the past days, I have been going through comments, messages, as well as the video focusing on what happened with other points of view. What was done is wrong. I was wrong, and I fear that I have become someone that does not match the standards I believe should be upheld. I'm sorry to you, Nap Knight, and everyone I let down. I believe the best step for me to take right now is to reflect on my own actions and behavior and return once I see myself being who I once was before I lost my way.
You know how it is,
Only once I'm able to stand
causing
with the values
problems.
that I believe in sincerely.
But besides that, it's been pretty cool.
So yeah, I'd say
pretty
this
nice
is a
streams.
standard apology, but it definitely came way too late, and only after she had not just doubled down, but tripled down on the fact that she had done nothing wrong, making it very controversial. This is why it doesn't really appear sincere. It appears to have been made out of obligation rather than sincerity. And you can see the same opinion of mine reflected in many of the replies, right? With some people saying that, oh, personally, if it was up to me, I'd unpartner you immediately from Twitch. With some funny comments like, this is a safe space for everyone to feel comfortable. 5 minutes later, oh, of course it's a white man, lol. She's not about to get away with this, and a lot of people are going to hold her accountable even after this apology. But of course, there was another elephant in the room. People were also holding Antan accountable, the other partnered streamer in this equation, and the person who had made
Give me
the
1
whole
second. I'll
white
be back.
man
I'll be back.
privileged comment. She was blocking pretty much anyone who had something to say about her or Babub. Something substantial, because compared to Babub's 10,000 followers on Twitter, she had way more presence on this platform. She had actually posted her apology on August 16th, 2024, one day before Babub's apology, but the reason
All right, I'm back. I'm happy Regs on lives. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You know, I know it's been a minute. What? How many followers? That person definitely has a lot of new followers. Has to be.
The reason why I left this till the end is because it got community noted. It is a very controversial apology. So let's read it, okay? Make up your opinion on it, and then let's look at the community note as well as the almost 1,000 replies to this post. All right, let's do it. The post starts off in French, saying Bonjour tout le monde, j'ai demandé l'aide d'un ami pour m'aider à vous écrire aujourd'hui, et j'espère qu'un jour vous me pardonnerez. So in English, this means, hey everyone, I asked a friend to help me write this today, and I hope that one day you'll be able to forgive me. Then the rest is in English, and she says, as I've been sick for the past week and just have been released from the hospital, today I find I have to speak of these events publicly. That's a very interesting way to start your statement. Guys, if you've been on the internet long enough, you know that when someone starts off their apology with a pity party, it's gonna be real juicy. You're just fishing for sympathy. This isn't about you. This is about your behavior towards a smaller streamer. Then she says, I'm not here to defend myself because we all act a certain way when our past trauma is triggered. Oh my god.
You see what I mean about the word? Tie in the word. She used it.
Then she says, I'm not here to defend myself because we all act a certain way when our past trauma is triggered. Oh my god. But I don't want my poor health and past trauma to be an excuse. That's why you mentioned it. I want it to be a way for me to keep growing in the best version of myself that I always strive for. I want to say first and foremost, I'm sorry to my community and I'm thankful and grateful to the people that are aware of who I am as a person and know that a little misunderstanding doesn't define me or make me a bad person. I made a mistake which made me only human. I'm really not that great at talking or fighting in general. It's not something I do by nature, only if I had no choice but to defend myself. Dead by Daylight is very much outside my comfort zone as a game, and being new to it, I wasn't aware of a lot. I come from a different culture. I grew up speaking French and Arabic, and as an African, I have dealt with all sorts of racism.
Here we go.
The shame and the anger I felt finding out I was using a derogatory slur was beyond me. I'm truly sorry, as for the whole entire time, I never thought it meant more than what it is, a description or a person with lighter skin tones.
It's crazy because it's like every single thing possible.
You know, like if I open a stream right now and I'm like, ugh,
they have to start off by saying, yeah, exactly.
Like, dude,
exactly. Man, you know, I just got out of, and I've been dealing with a whole lot of stuff, so I know it's not an excuse, but I just want you to know that's crazy.
I'm sorry, I just thought I was
the
describing
trauma.
A skin tone. That's it. I was just describing the person. You know, it sounded like I was.
Also, it was her who
no
said
way.
that.
No,
Okay, so she's French.
Completely misunderstood me.
She did sound like she had an
I
accent.
wasn't aware. She continues. In French, it has a more playful tone. Un blondinet riche. Blondinet is literally just a boy or a girl with blonde hair. That's it. The second word she was describing, riche, just simply means rich. Regardless of whether it's a French expression, I can't confirm or deny, guys, I'm not French, I just live in the country. There was an undeniable tone of disgust when she said, ugh, of course he's a white guy. So regardless if an expression is meant to be playful, when you say it with disgust, of course, all of a sudden it becomes racist. I mean, I think that's just common sense. She says, this is why I wasn't understanding my wrongdoing about it, and I don't think I will ever apologize enough for it, but I can assure you it won't ever be a part of my vocabulary, as I do not condone nor support racism. I mean, she still said, oh, he's a privileged white guy, he's so privileged, so I don't believe this, personally. I really don't. I just believe that she never thought it was racist. She still doesn't think it's racist, but only because people pointed it out, she's apologizing for it. She then continues, not to the point of discussing his numbers. This one was very low of me, and I don't even know how it actually came out of my mouth. I'm just ashamed. Not because people found out, but because I felt bad for even saying that. Which is why I attempted to contact the person in question and apologize, which was in vain. With no way to reach them, I hope that this amazing community will deliver my message. So, okay, here's the funny thing. In Napnight's reply, right, his initial reply to Beba, someone asked this after Antan's apology on August 16th,
linking her post and asking did she really try to reach out to you to apologize. And then Nap Knight said, "Hi, not really, has had me blocked ever since I answered her tweet." So I guess he's referencing this right here. And I'm pretty sure this person asking this question actually
Other
got
excuses.
blocked by
Yep.
Antan because you're unable to view the post they quote tweeted. She has just been blocking everyone. Anyway, she then continues, "Nap Knight, after rewatching your VODs, I realized we share a deep pain that only someone with the same deep cut could understand. It made me feel angry at first because I didn't understand it, but now I can see your pain. Your past doesn't define you. I'm sorry I wasn't a better encounter to you, a new friendship, or just a new gaming buddy. Instead, I was a bully, which is unacceptable, and that's why I apologize and hope nothing but the best for you. I'm so very sorry for my actions that were a one-time thing. I can assure you, just like you've never heard of me before, you won't ever hear from me again." So yeah, this post comes off as very insincere, but what doesn't help is the community note absolutely cooking Antan to ashes. It says, "Someone that is genuinely sorry wouldn't be reveling in their acts while diminishing and blocking people. After it became quite the problem, the apology was released. Also, to justify racism because one experienced it is not okay. End the cycle of violence." Linking this tweet right here, which showed what she said to the streamer ban message saying that Baybub got banned. And interestingly enough, the person who posted this image on August 16th, the day Antan apologized, got blocked by Antan simply for just having a different opinion. So I don't think anyone in the replies believes this. And we see Spook and Jukes here yet again saying this: "While some of this apology does appear genuine, the part where you say, 'a little misunderstanding doesn't define me' is what I'm having trouble with. How is this a misunderstanding? You harassed someone and shamed them for their viewer/appearance. There's no misunderstanding." And yeah, some others also point out the fact that half or more of this was just her talking about herself and her trauma. That's not gonna work. The consequences of all this were catastrophic to both Baybub and Antan. Antan hasn't streamed in 11 days, and Baybub hasn't streamed in 7 days. It doesn't seem like they'll really be able to recover their careers and public image. I think they might come back maybe in a couple more weeks or a month, but of course, when it comes to being able to collaborate with others or even just participate in the broader community, they'll definitely have a very hard time making any new friends from now on, that's for sure. On the other end of the spectrum though, Nap Knight is sitting at almost 9,000 followers, and hopefully, after this video comes out, maybe he can reach 10,000 followers. It's a huge follower gain because when they bullied him, he had 700 followers. He has gained over 8,000, and he keeps gaining every single day. Very well deserved. And hopefully one day he'll have more followers than those two bullies so that they can't even bully him about that anymore. You know, these are my favorite stories, guys. Clear villains, a victim, and a happy ending for the victim, a very bad ending for the villains. Isn't that wonderful? You know, you get a story like this every once in a while, and of course, when I see it, I'll make a video about it. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a good laugh or were just entertained by this. I also stream on Twitch, Mugen Official. Come by and say hi. We have a great time, and I will see you in the next video. I love you so much. Stay safe out there. Mwah. Pop quiz. What makes a shareholder at a major game publisher in the West foam at the mouth like a pit bull about to attack a toddler? Simple answer. The money printers known as Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and the upcoming Zenless Zone Zero. All owned by the same developer known as Hoyoverse globally and MiHoYo in China. I mean, they've gotten to a point where they've made more money than the entirety of Sony's PlayStation division in 2022 and have very recently gained the full unconditional support of the Chinese government to continue making whatever the hell they want in terms of media. Oh, and also, this is something that even the most diehard Genshin fans don't know. They have been investing in fusion energy, okay? Fusion energy. Which game developer does that, dude? I don't know. This is the first time I see something like this. It's crazy. But before Genshin Impact, what really put them on the map, especially on the Chinese market, is a game called Honkai Impact 3rd. This was a game made with a very specific vision, targeting a very specific demographic. But that demographic, especially with some individuals in the Chinese community, proved to be way crazier than MiHoYo could have ever anticipated, causing Honkai Impact 3rd to have scandals that did not match the size of the company or the game. I mean, dude, you had a guy pull up with a knife trying to assassinate the CEO at the HQ.
Oh,
I
dang.
made a video about it. The biggest games on the planet don't have to deal with shit like this, okay? And I hope they never have to. But while thankfully today we're not talking about someone almost losing their lives, we're talking about something that contributed.
Do you guys really like love games like that?
Their vision
Oh crap.
After seeing the kinds
Okay,
of
good.
individuals it was attracting. In other words, this is how MiHoYo got bullied into apologizing for even thinking about the possibility of adding a playable male character to Honkai Impact 3rd. Let's check this mess out together. Yeah, you already know the drill, guys. No sponsor for this video either. But hey, if you want to support the channel, feel free to subscribe. And don't forget, VTuber model debut May 4th. I guarantee you'll enjoy your time. Anyway, back to the video. To really understand the roots of this incident, we have to look at some history. MiHoYo itself started off with 3 computer science students banding up together for their love of anime, comics, and games. And it's your typical startup story, but this time instead of setting it up in their garage, they set it up in their university dormitory back in January 2011. They were very quick on their feet because in that same year, they went to an entrepreneurship competition and presented their company vision, which was very precise. They wanted to make a game with sweet, cute, kawaii, pretty girls, as the CEO says it in his speech, that would resonate very strongly with the otaku audience, who in his words have a strong inner need to communicate with girls, but struggle due to huge psychological pressure. So aside from making a fun game, they wanted to also make one that has a huge attachment to their audience. According to the video comments, they ended up winning 3rd place in this competition, going against companies that were in very different fields like medical and even agricultural. Even back then, investors could see potential, and why wouldn't they? Because after this event and after them winning, they went on to make smaller games up until the culmination of this vision came to be on October 14th, 2016, when Honkai Impact 3rd finally came out. One look at the character roster and you understand very quickly why. The only playable characters in this game are female. They all look great, have different personalities, and have a bunch of outfits going back to Daoi's philosophy in the entrepreneurship competition. Look, man, there's even this feature that many people might not know about, which is called touch affection, where you could touch the character in various parts of their body, and depending on where you touch, they'll react differently.
Oh my gosh.
People don't know this, but a number of people who already know about it in the community joke around sometimes and call it the grope simulator, which, let's face it, it practically is. You're meant to touch them every day in the right places to level up your affection meter. But if you touch them in the wrong parts, well, do it enough times, you'll get kicked off the ship midair. Imagine, level 5 affection exists. Captain touches belly. Kiana looks like the child has grown a bit. Just get the hell out of here.
The heck?
So yes, of course, anyone can see
is this game?
You're giving otakus the relationship they've always wanted in your game, which will make them spend more money on the character and on the outfits that will release for them. And you know what? For a long time, this worked. Until MiHoYo started to realize something. The players became way too attached to their game. And what made them realize this was the insane scandals that would come out from it. Like how at some point a player saved up a lot of money to get a skin for his favorite character. Then it turned out that for an event, that same character was going to get a free skin that everyone can claim. That player feeling betrayed that his wife was going to get a skin that everyone can claim, he reported MiHoYo to the Chinese Cyberspace Administration.
What the heck?
That manages everything that happens online in China, and it caused quite a stir. Okay, very quickly they were realizing this whole idea.
So watches the weirdest stuff. Bro, I did not know what is it called? Honkai Impact. I thought this was some Genshin stuff. It is pretty interesting.
Really turning out to be the best idea. And during all this, they just kept bowing down to the craziest people in their community, which just so happened to be in their Chinese community. Because as you can see here, even after the assassination attempt on the CEO, which was because of a music video, by the way, I'm not kidding, they still apologized and gave out rewards to the Chinese players higher than the rest of the world. It's insane.
Oh my gosh.
So at that point, they had a choice.
Like, who? Like, are you guys like this?
Virtual dating simulator.
No, you guys are definitely not like
to
this.
Have a fun game included, or do they steer clear from this insanity and try to do something else? And that's the first time that Dawei's vision that was shown to the world during the entrepreneurship competition 2011 actually started to go through changes. The Valkyrie Touch Affection, otherwise known as the groping simulator, got removed from the game promptly after. It doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
Unless you were one of the OG old players. You still have it on some skins. This is probably the worst patch miHoYo has ever done. How can I harass my Mei with her sexy ass modes?
Oh my gosh.
I'm uninstalling the game. This meant that they were not going to go the Azure Lane route where you can slap a girl's ass in the menu screen and
Azure Lane? Isn't there an anime of that?
While she's
yeah, I think I'm done with this video. Oh my god. Wait.
Wearing barely any clothing. I can't show this on YouTube.
Good. Because I'm not trying to get banned either.
I don't know how it exists. Like, how is it available on mobile devices? If I play this, I'll get banned on YouTube. I'll get suspended. It's insane. Another thing they started doing that wasn't really present in gacha games at the time was do something crazy, which was give characters depth. They gave them character development. They started maturing throughout the storyline.
Oh, that's actually cool.
The storyline itself became tragic, depressing, mature. Slowly but surely, people started looking at Honkai Impact not as a dating simulator, but as this game that's made for people who want an in-depth story with intense character development. I mean, look, they even started investing in things like this, cinematics, that looked like they were made for an anime. Free on their YouTube channel. Honkai Impact 3rd is known for this as well. When you ask a player who plays the game what their favorite part is, they're probably going to say the cinematics. With some in particular known to incite tears regardless of whether you play the game or not, like Himiko's sacrifice. But that did not mean that the community had fully recovered. No, there were still some crazies, and they weren't going to leave anytime soon. It all started with a game mode called a post-Honkai Odyssey. This was a game mode completely independent from the main storyline. It was just a different perspective, kind of like a side game. But there was something very different here. You could only play as 3 characters, and one of them, for the first time ever, was a male character by the name of Adam. He released with the intention of having him be nameless, just main character. But the in-game files revealed that he was named Adam internally, so people just started calling him Adam. Now the problem with Adam was that he was a self-insert, which means he's a character that doesn't talk. He's meant to be kind of like the
TS. Oh, is that Terminator?
Used to being called Captain. They weren't Adam.
Oh no, it's just T1000. Is that Terminator?
Especially the Chinese community, we're not too happy about this. Like, how dare you come in the way of me and my waifus, you son of a bitch. How dare you make an entrance in my game? According to this Reddit thread, here's some crazy things people were saying about Adam. Captain, which is the player, is dead in APHO, which is the alternate game mode. Adam is gonna NTR us. But there were players that did want a male character. There were some very well-written and good-looking male characters, even to this day in Honkai Impact 3rd, that people wanted to play. But even those people couldn't like Adam because he had 0 depth. He had no personality. The guy just didn't talk. He was just there. He was a self-insert. And it was simply too hard to like him. So this caused both people who didn't want a male character to hate him, and people who did want a male character
So never watched Terminator?
This was a huge
I've
loss
seen
for miHoYo.
some of
All
them.
you gotta do is look at this Reddit thread asking why there aren't any male characters in Honkai Impact 3rd. Someone says, unsurprisingly, I mean, China reacted pretty badly when Adam was added. They still don't like him. He is extremely unpopular. What did he do? Exist. Can someone actually answer the question? No, that's genuinely it. He's hated by the Chinese community because he exists. But still, miHoYo was not going to give up. They wanted to add more depth to the story, and they thought that maybe people would understand if it was a well-written character. So they kept toying with the idea. Now, it's the industry standard in gacha games to send surveys to players to see how they're enjoying the game, the new updates, what they would want to change, and what other games they love playing in their free time in comparison.
A survey like this was sent out to Honkai Impact 3rd players in 2022, and there was one question in there that absolutely destroyed the internet. The question was simple. Would you be open to having male playable characters in Honkai Impact 3rd? That's it. That's the only thing they asked in a survey, okay? They had previously toyed with the idea of having male characters in an April Fool's gender bend joke in 2018, right? This wasn't the first time the idea has been floated around. But guys, after seeing that question in this survey, okay, the Chinese internet erupted in flames. Like, how dare you even propose the idea of having male characters in my waifu game?
Oh
I will
my
delete my
gosh.
entire account. I'll stop spending any penny. I'm done. I'm done. It got so crazy to the point where not even a week after the survey, MiHoYo came out and issued an apology. This was a question in a survey. This was an apology with them clarifying that, hey, guys, listen. We're never going to add male characters in the game. I promise.
Oh my
This was
gosh.
only us stating that it would be maybe cool to have a male character join.
This is terrifying, bro.
In APHO, not in the main game. We promise, dude. You'll always be the captain with a harem of pretty women, dude. There will never be a male character that will put that under threat. We promise, dude. And of course, they also gave them compensation. We're talking about Chinese players here, not global. Because bear in mind, a different survey link is sent to Chinese players as opposed to global players. So hey, we can safely say they probably didn't
How
even
much
look
less
at
is a
the
big
global
issue?
survey.
Exactly. This is why you guys need to chill out, bro.
At this point, they saw the Chinese survey and they were
I don't mean like
guys,
you guys specifically.
we
I mean
are so sorry.
everybody,
And this
but like
was in
you know.
2022. Bear in mind, by then they made billions off of Genshin Impact. They're already a global brand, but still, their Honkai Impact 3rd audience, especially in China, is still so very important to them. So they apologized, bent the knee, and absolutely kissed their feet. But this wasn't enough to deter them from achieving their dream of adding hot male characters and make them playable. So what did they do? They just ended up releasing a completely new game called Honkai Star Rail, set in another dimension in the Honkai universe. And in this game, you have a whole lot of male characters that both look good and are well written. Now that game came out in 2023 and people were worried before it came out because of this apology. People were worried that there were going to be male playable characters and that the community was going to make a fit about it. But you know what? It actually worked, and it worked really well. MiHoYo had already proven to us that they can make good male characters in Genshin Impact, that their games don't have to just be dating simulators with women. And I hope I'm not jinxing it by saying this, but Star Rail has so far avoided any sort of controversy, especially at Honkai Impact 3rd's scale of insanity. I guess the moral of the story here is that, yes, the Honkai Impact 3rd community, especially in China, is absolutely insane. Okay? Absolutely crazy. The stories from that game are absolutely insane. But if we can learn from anything that MiHoYo has done over the years, it's this. It's okay to start off with a very strong vision, but then evolve it as time goes on. In fact, you may find that it ends up being way more beneficial to you and the people around you. And that's exactly what Daowei and the higher-ups at MiHoYo figured out. That they can still keep.
But I feel like it's a little bit more. I mean, yeah, it's just less, bro. But it's crazy because this guy literally went crazy because the character. Oh my god! Like the character. Everybody was getting a free skin of the character, and he thought it was unfair, and complained. What? That is insane. That is that is wild. Like, listen, Nico Robin is obviously the best waifu, but like, imagine me just going crazy. It's wild, truly wild.
A few months ago, back in December of 2023, I made this video called How This VTuber Ended Her Career in the Most Unhinged Way Possible. And it spoke about Rioran, a VTuber who was working for the agency called Idol Corp.
Wait, I don't know that video. Who the heck is a Rioran? Oh, okay. This one.
Okay. Okay, listen, look. We're no strangers to scandals in the content creator sphere, okay? It has happened many times over the years. There's been many apology videos made that they've become a meme, right? But in all my years of watching YouTube or Twitch or whatever else, even Hollywood, there has never been a person that speedran every single possible scandal you can do in one go. It's like she was playing a game, a narrative game, and she wanted to speedrun all the bad endings at once. It's insane. I mean, this story involves drug abuse, it involves sexual relations with the management team, it involves fan sexual relations, it involves everything. And you know what the worst part is? The person in question doesn't look intimidating or scary. Like, it's not the kind of person you look at and think, oh yeah, I saw this coming. No. That's because she looks like this. It's like, you see this and you're like, this is the person that did drug abuse, that someone on her management team. This? It's almost comical. It's like a fanfic. So what in the hell happened with Riro, and how did it lead up to her termination?
Have a good night.
Let's find
out. Have to go to bed. Have a good night.
So the extremely sane and well-functioning member of society we're talking about today is none other than Riroron, a VTuber that is signed with IdleCorp, a well-renowned VTuber agency. She joined them in February of this year, so it hasn't even been 12 months, okay? But before joining them as Riro, she was already well-renowned on YouTube with almost 500,000 subscribers as a singer. Now the thing is, back when she was a singer, she wasn't really perceived as someone crazy, right? She seemed to be fairly normal. So how did she go from a seemingly normal singer on YouTube to this insane person playing a VTuber? The thing is, the character she was playing as a VTuber always gave the impression that she was unhinged, and people found it entertaining. But what people didn't expect is that slowly her character was going to seep through into her personal life and make her actually go unhinged herself, to the point of creating her own harem comprised of her fans.
Oh my gosh. Like, seriously.
But we actually have some form of proof. There's a little folder on Mega that contains a few crazy clips of Riroron creating her harem and outlining the rules of how she would meet up with her fans. Like this one right here. Let's see. Travel, yeah. I guess why is this creeping me out? I'm scared. What the hell? But she didn't just talk about it. No, that would be too soft for her. She actually went through a lot of specifics with an extensive list of rules. With the first one being no minors. And I am so glad she included that. So glad. At least she's a better person than Dream. But then again, who isn't? Of course, one of the most important requirements is
what the heck did he do?
The Riro. Don't get jealous, but she can get jealous. Don't make her jealous. Very reasonable. Please keep going. Riro is everyone's idol for her stardust, her fans, right? This is in Japanese, so like it's as if she's saying she belongs to them. Amazing, right? But guys, listen, she has standards because she wants you to be respectful and tactful with her. And she chooses if some wish to come true or do something mild instead. And I think that means she gets to decide how crazy it gets in the bedroom. You must be familiar with her. Very important. And speaking of important, this harem project and what happens in there is top secret, guys. Don't tell a single person that you visited someone that looks like this. Do not talk with other people or other fans about this trip and your experience. You understand? Which makes me wonder how she got found out. And of course, a very important perk at the bottom, the possibility to meet up with a Riro and more. Wink, wink. More, by the way. I wonder what that means in the context of a harem. I just can't get over her persona and the she's doing.
I'm gonna post what okay.
My favorite out of all these is this on the top left, okay? $250 and I take silly pill.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Now at first I thought this was birth control, which worried the hell out of me. I was like, what? Pay extra to not get pregnant? What are you doing? Building an army of mega babies? But no.
Yo.
It turns out that as
silly pill. Is that
What is going on? This is like, right, VTuber again. Like these VTubers are pretty. Never mind.
actually a sleeping pill? A sleeping pill! Because according to her, it makes her go silly. And this wasn't the first time she mentioned sleeping pills. She mentioned them quite a bit on stream. Hence the substance abuse allegations. According to a fan on the virtual YouTuber subreddit, I'm not surprised about the substance part. She literally made it a goal of her subathon for her to take a sleeping pill to make her more silly. What does that even mean? Sooner or later, that thing would have ended up screwing her in some degree. Yeah, no here we are. After that stream, IdleCorp had to step in and tell her, yo, chill. And so she had to make a statement about what happened. In it, she says, Stardust, I would like to make something clear. During my recent streams, I made jokes about stuff without fully considering how my words or actions might be perceived. I was being playful and joked about subjects that made some of you concerned, and I apologize for that. Please know I'm aware that what I said was inappropriate, does not align with Idle's values or the internal policies. After consulting with management, we agreed together that I should clear my head from streaming and reflect on this by taking a short break, as I haven't been in the best mental state for some time now.
Oh,
we know that.
yeah.
Thank you for your understanding and support. I'll
I
miss
see.
you, but I'll be back very soon. So this was her statement on the harem. Of course, no mention of it in the statement itself, but there is mention of management. And look, there's a reason I giggled when I saw the word management, because they're complicit in this too, in one of the worst ways possible. Because as I mentioned earlier, Riro had sexual relations with someone from the management team in IdleCorp on top of everything else she's been doing so far. That's drug abuse and making a harem out of her community. And that person was none other than their lead talent manager, dude. Their lead talent manager. She managed to coerce the person who is responsible for all relations with creators in IdleCorp. If there was one person, just one, that should have never done this or accepted her coercion, it would have been the lead talent manager, and she managed to snatch him into her harem too.
Okay, I got that reference.
I'd like to remind you, this is what she looks like. Dude, listen to her talking and tell me it doesn't make this whole situation funnier when you realize what she's done.
Oh my goodness.
The voice of a criminal, dude.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, of course, the person behind that doesn't look like this, but it's just, this is the persona that is being shown to everyone when it comes to these scandals, and that's what makes it so funny to me. It's like, you? Now I know what this pill right here is for. Goddamn! So this is what led to the termination letter that got posted a few days ago on Twitter and went absolutely viral. Because here's the thing, when most VTubers leave an agency, it's either because they could not follow NDA rules, which are very strict. You know, an NDA is pretty much a non-disclosure agreement where you can't talk about something top secret. Like, oh, we're going to be sponsored by this company, don't talk about it, for example. Or graduation, which is a playful way of saying they left the agency because they don't want to be here anymore. But this was the first time a VTuber got terminated with this many details. Usually they just say, oh yeah, they broke an NDA, get out of here, like, without revealing too much to the public. IdleCorp, though, specifically takes a lot of pride in being as transparent as possible. And hey, you know what, dude? They earned that title for sure. So they say they terminated their contract, and the reasoning is through an internal investigation. Here are the reasons. Misuse of controlled substances during livestream performances, aka the sleeping pills. Soliciting fans during livestream members content for private offline meetings. The harem. Meeting with a fan in person and accepting gifts from said fan in total value of thousands of dollars.
Oh, dang.
Must have been a special member of the harem.
I mean, yeah. That's weird still, but
Team who has also been terminated
I guess.
Confirmation of these details, aka the lead talent manager. So because of this, they're shutting down her entire Riro-ron YouTube channel and canceling all memberships on the 1st of January 2024, as well as refunding people who donated to her subathon. Yes, the same subathon where she was going to take a sleeping pill if she reached her goal. Yes. So since IdleCorp controls all her accounts associated with Riro, she went back to her Kyoresu account, which she barely uses, to address the situation. She said, I was as shocked to see the notice as you are. There is an insane amount of speculation going on, but unfortunately I can't clarify things because of an NDA. Of course. I wish I could talk about all this publicly with pure honesty and actual transparency. I'll say one thing though, I'm extremely disappointed and I have nothing to apologize for. Damn. Thank you all for your patience during this time. I missed all of you as much as you missed me. We will be so back. With the cherry on top being this tweet right here, which was deleted off Twitter because she violated the rules, doesn't make her case any better. Me after shooting heroin on stream and f***ing my managers and my fan. Tag your meth head friends. I didn't. Totally would though. Speed running bad endings, I swear to God. Where's her manager? Oh wait, he got fired because he had sex with her.
What time is it?
The
Okay.
response has been
Crap.
interesting. Usually
So yeah. I kind of have to go. Yeah. Kinda. Yeah. Yeah, apologies guys, but yeah, I actually have to go. Yeah, but I'll be here tomorrow. I'll try to see if I can start streaming a little bit earlier, maybe like 5 or 6. It was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this nothingness. I mean, actually, I actually got a good understanding of how to bend, which is really cool. That's a really nice thing, and worked on some faces, which is pretty nice as well. But yeah, guys, I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Ow. Peace of Ergies. Peace. Oyasumi. Oyasumi. Have a blessed one, guys.